Good morning, everyone. It's J Mike. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for stopping by. How is everybody? Shout out to all of you. It's Wednesday morning, mid-morning, late morning here. It's about 10:30 on Wednesday morning in southern New Hampshire, about 47, 50 miles from Boston. I don't know. The roads are winding, so in a straight line, it's about, I think it's just over 40, but the roads are winding, so you actually drive more to get from the airport, which is the northeastern part of Boston. So, um, hey, Vicky Lelis, thanks for coming in. Norm Spute. We got RS Chavez in the house. Sangma TV official. Mega shout out to you too. Mega love, as the Filipinos say. Mega love shout out. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, RS, thanks for stopping by. And as you guys know, hello, Numpspeed Francos, Vicky Lelis, good morning, good evening to you. It reminds me of the Truman Show when he always said, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, because he's speaking to people around the world. I didn't figure that out when I saw that. I thought, he's just being funny. Like, okay, it doesn't matter what time of day it is, but whatever time it is for me, it's the other side of the day for you. So it finally occurred to me, you know what? It's because everyone's watching it at the same time, and sometimes some people it's bedtime, other people it's morning coffee. So that reminds me, before my coffee gets cold, I will take my final couple of sips. It's a little bit of espresso left. I mix it with water. I guess Starbucks calls it an Americano or Americana, one of those. I don't get it very often at Starbucks, so I forget exactly if they call it Americana or Americano. I think it's Americana, and which means, and I asked for that, and they said, "What's that?" And and then I said, "It's espresso with more water." And they said, "Oh, now I know." Here's a coffee shop that doesn't know what Americana is. It's like, well, hello, you're a coffee shop. Good to the last drop. That's actually the um, the corporate phrase for Maxwell House Coffee. I don't know if they still do that, or if they probably still do. I don't drink instant coffee, but it used to be good to the last drop. Well, if it's your coffee, it should be good, or you should switch your coffee brand. 10% in the house. Hello, 10%. Good to see you. Shout out to 10%. Norms Pierre, thanks for coming in. You are the best. And you can tell the others. So, uh, when you're ready, you will be a host also. You will start off as a co-host. You start off in the chats. That's what I did. I started off as a listener, and then I was a chatter, and then I would put my opinions in, and then I became a co-host, and then visited a few different live streams as a co-host, and then someone said, "Why don't you just go live yourself?" I saw. Hello, Paul. Thanks for coming in. My voice changes with my mood, and my mood changes every 5 seconds. So I never thought I was a moody person, but apparently I am. I think everyone's moody, and some people are just show their good mood more often. And then I discovered, well, the people that are always in a good mood is I only see them when they're in a good mood, so they don't come out. So it's so hard because right before I went live, I wasn't in a good mood, and I thought I better put on my good mood face. There's always reasons to be in different moods, but you just have to get yourself in the right mood. Hello, Ashley. Good to see you. This is great seeing everyone popping in. Nobody put a thumbs up overnight. I scheduled 12 hours, almost 12 hours in advance, and no one gave a thumbs up until now. So thanks, guys. Brett also is here. Hey, hi, Brett. Say hello to everybody. Guys, I didn't start the banner yet, but just type in JAY, and because people are going to want to connect to you, Brett. and there's a few people here. Just type in JAY in the chat by itself, and I got Nightbot happening. Yeah, it's in. So and your link will come up automatically. So you know the deal. So you know what? I just thought I would have. Speaking of time of day around the world, I'm not actually doing mukbang. I love those things, but enough is enough. But I have fortune cookies here. We didn't eat them all when we had Chinese yesterday, the day before. And but I love the fortune cookies. I'm not really big on sweets. I overdo the sweets. We'll get to your chats in a second, but I wanted to eat a fortune cookie because I want to read my fortune out loud to everybody. So I can't resist. When I open a fortune cookie, it has to go right in my mouth. We're gonna read this. Your daughter's sleeping. Hey, that's what earbuds are for. Put on your earphones and listen in the other tab. You know, that's what I do sometimes. Especially when I'm talking to you. If they're talking, if I know they're gonna say my name, I will keep listening. So if you have earbuds, the phones all come with earbuds. Oh, I know you're listening to another show. That's what everybody does. At least that's what I'm finding out. So, guys, please connect to Norm's Butte. She's not really, she's not a live streamer or anything like that, but she is the star in my little short videos, my little 2-minute videos. She's doing the dancing. She is an expert samba, cha-cha, a few other dances. She could probably teach the Macarena for all I know. So go ahead and connect. And she's a great loyal friend, and she will come right back and help you out. And let's see, who am I missing? Yeah, Zamodia. Hello. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'd like to see everybody. There's so much to do. There's so many. I have well over 1,000, maybe 11 or 1,200 connections. It's hard. And then there are some channels. They're not really live streamers like this, flexing and connecting, but I like to see them because I like to stretch my horizons and learn things. I love philosophy, things like that. I'm going to read this. I still haven't read the fortune. Shangy Girl has stopped by. Thanks, Shangy Girl. Hey, hang out for a few seconds. I'm going to read my fortune. I just opened up a fortune cookie. Kuya, I need to go to sleep. It's very late. I woke up early morning. See you. God bless. Okay, I saw it. Thank you so much. Thanks for stopping in. Always great to see you. Kevin Adamus. You know what? I'm going to stop right there and I'm going to read my fortune. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. That sounds like something Confucius once said. And I got to tell it to you guys. I got this fortune years ago. I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, I saw this same fortune. A journey, I'm going to try to get that in there. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. The funny thing is I'm going 10,000 miles. And I don't see the step in sight. So, yeah, Zamodia says, hello, Brett. Kevin just got home from work. You working late, my friend. What are you working in, a restaurant? Hi, Yads, says Brett. We're going to run right through your chats, guys. You're welcome, J Mike. Thank you, Shangy Girl. Hi, Kevin. Brett says, hi, Kevin. So you guys are acquainted or trying to. Anyway, that's good. It's always a good thing. I will share, Shangy Girl, I will share for my friend and sub you as well, J Mike. Thanks. That's what we're looking for. No worries, though. I shouldn't be worried about that, and I'm going to try not to. Thank you, Shingy Girl. That's always good, I guess. You got friends, so that's a good thing. More friends. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. I got to finish that fortune cookie. My coffee's all done. I could always have another one, but it's good for now. I actually have two fortune cookies. Should I read two of them? I don't know if that's like proper. Is that couth or uncouth? So anyway, guys, you're probably all very aware that I'm still trying to get to 900. Um, if that goes up and down, so it was a little closer last night. I don't know exactly why that happens. I hear stories. I don't, but I'm not gonna really dwell on that too much. I guess I'm told that happens to everybody. So let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Okay, moving through the chats, guys. Shira Alvarez. Hey, oh, let me. And I'm gonna look over to my controls over there. I'm actually the moderator tool is over there, so um, I get it on the big monitor right next to me. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I got my laptop here. I switched from my iPhone to my laptop, and then I got the big monitor right. It's touching the laptop. It's right here. It's like right there. So did you get that right? I had it perfect, and then I moved it. So I think that's perfect right there. The other thing is I don't have all that microphone mixer stuff in place. We're just gonna talk today. And you know what? The chat is moving, so let's get back to that. Sierra Alpores. Hello once again. Thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you decided to hang out here for a little while. Kevin says, hi, Shangy girl. Hello, bro. Brett Glasso from Kevin. Sierra Alpores, friend of Shane. Oh, okay. That's great. That's the way I like it, I guess. Friend of Shangy girl. Kevin, hello, Sierra Alpores. So I'm seeing how it works, how the groups come together and make more friends. Great to see you guys. Great to see all of you coming in. So yeah, please connect if you're not already connected with Kevin. There you go. Alpores, sweet pea. Wait a minute. Am I? My YouTube is my control feed is a little bit, a few seconds behind. When I did the mic check, it was 1 second behind, 1 or 2 seconds, because it was the countdown. StreamYard and YouTube both have a countdown, and it was 1 second apart. And then when I listened to the sound, it was about 1 or 2 seconds behind. So now it looks like the chat is in slow mode. So the chat falls behind another few seconds. So it's kind of strange. But that's all I know. I'm just starting to realize a lot of this stuff. And I told myself, okay, it's been almost a month. There's no need to think out loud about all that stuff anymore. So I'm just trying to fill the dead air space. I see some live streams and sometimes they'll stop, and if they don't have co-hosts talking up us back and forth constantly, if it's just the host, they'll stop for a few seconds, and then I'll wonder, am I on mute? Did I mute them? So no, it's on full volume. I don't hear them saying anything, and then they'll start talking. So it happens. I guess. Non-Spirit Eyesore is a nice channel. She talks a lot, and I guess a lot of people like it. So I stopped in a couple of times, and it was fun. Non-Spirit saying hello to Kevin. Shared you out on Facebook, Twitter, and my community tab, J Mike. I just hope someone's paying attention. It's nighttime over there, so who knows? It's always a good thing. It's sunny, stormy. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for all you do. Sometimes they say the people who support you the most are quiet. What is it? They say that God wishes you to do things without asking for publicity. Random acts of kindness without telling anybody what you're doing. The intended person that you were trying to be kind to will benefit, and you will be rewarded by in God's way. So, hi everyone from Sunny Stormy. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna drop the Hagdan. Hagdan Sakyat. I have to be honest. I liked. It seems to me that I'm. It's hard for me not to be honest. I'm not. I can't say that I'm perfect. No one should say that, but it's very hard. I feel like God's wrath if I'm not being honest. But there's some things I just can't say that is untruthful. Let's move along here. Good vibes, yeah, Shangy girl. Thanks for hanging out. It's a pleasure. My pleasure, Sunny. So yeah, it's my pleasure too. I'm just getting started, and I'm trying to get in the best mood possible. And I guess that means finding out something out to talk about. And I've decided several live streams back, probably maybe a week or so ago, that it works best for me anyway. For now, it works best if I run through your chats and let you guys steer me in the right direction. So you guys will make my channel what it is, or what it will become. So I was saying that I don't have the hardware in place. Hopefully this is not my permanent station to do this. So when I travel, I want to travel light. I will be sending a super large Balik Bayan box, but it will take 3 months to get to my province. And I don't know when I will leave. So if I ship it now, I will be without things. Maybe I should ship it now, and then when I get there, it will be waiting for me. But that means being without a guitar, because I don't want to fly with a guitar. It's international. It's too far to carry that on my back. I won't be able to carry a backpack. I don't think. Hey guys, if anyone knows, because I know stuff, but I don't make it a point. Obviously, can't learn everything at the same time, and I'm trying to learn a lot of things. And I had a great job where I had to do a lot of things and know a lot of things, but a lot of it's transferable. What we know is transferable a lot of times, but I don't claim to know everything. I know everyone knows something, but I don't claim to know everything. Although, I've been called a genius before. I know a guy, I worked with him. He was a younger guy than me, and they called him a genius too. He says, my IQ is 160. He goes, but that just means I'm good on tests. I learned how to pass tests, and that's somewhat true. The best thing a genius can say is that I don't know everything. The more I learn that I still don't know everything. I'm learning that there's so much more to learn, even though I just learned something. So it's not like, okay, I need to learn one more thing and then I will know everything. That's funny. It's not true. Happy Wednesday, Sunny Stormy. A lot of times I think out loud. I was thinking of titling the show "Thinking Out Loud," but I know an old YouTuber, an American in the Philippines, did that, and I liked his channel. I don't know if I'm going to give him a plug right now, but I've seen a lot of his videos, and he wasn't a big live streamer. He would do something live-ish and then run it right away as a new video, and then he would do it in the morning, like late morning, mid morning, and then he would post it in the afternoon or something like that as soon as his internet could load up. And so he was pretty quick about it, but he wasn't really doing it live. Like he would say, "I'm live at Ayala Mall I'm with so and so. Good good friend. We've met, for a couple of weeks, and very interesting person. And it would be in the morning or lunchtime, and then in the evening he would have it posted. So he was very good at that. And when he started on YouTube, his show was just thinking out loud. So, but he would talk about his experiences in the Philippines, and it kind of gave me hope to keep going there. But that was years ago, and I heard he just came back to the U.S. after all these years and hoping to go back, and I'm in the same boat. So I might as well give him a plug. It's I can't remember exactly what he calls his channel, but it's Reekay, Reekay, I think is his name, and he's been in Vietnam, Cambodia, and mostly the Philippines for the last 11 years or so, 10 or 11 years. Sure, and I've only been going back there for 7 years, and then the last year plus, year and a quarter, I've been here, not able to travel. Turtle Shang is here. Hey, 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 hey. That sounds like a familiar name. I will keep it music. Good vibes. Thanks, 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 thanks. You got this. All right. I like how StreamYard translates the emoticons. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Some of them. It tells us what it, because when you roll your mouse over the emoticons in YouTube, it will tell you what it means, what the text is. That's how it started. You would, when we texted things with certain symbols, it would mean something, and then it would turn into, and then the technology got it to turn into little emoticons, and now it's grown so much now. But going back, it was like simple text, like the colon and the end parentheses. It was the smile on the old mobile phones with the keyboards. Oh, now it's all touchscreen, right? I never cared to keep up with the technology. I remember that was ahead of me. I had I didn't even have a view screen or for texting or anything. And I was like, I don't care. I didn't care. I was working as an insurance agent, and I had a prepaid phone, and it's like, really? I didn't care. It's like, yeah, I don't care if I run out of text, if I run out of load. We didn't call it load at the time. I forget what we called it, but maybe they did, but I wasn't up with it. I would just spend another $10 and get more phone service. I didn't, and then finally I got a phone. It was no big deal to me. I used my landline, whatever. I was one of the last persons to get a microwave because I had a toaster oven. I didn't care. Why do I need to microwave? I have a toaster oven and a stove. Why do I need to do this? Why do I need to do that? If you get out in the wilderness, or if something happens with society, you're going to need to know the basics. It's like I was in an upper mid-level manager in hotels, and we used to have to train the front desk. Here's what we do in a power outage. Here's how we have to check people in and out, because hotels never close. If there's a hurricane, we're open. If there's a typhoon, we're open. If there's an earthquake, we have to be open, because people need to come to us when their house falls into a crack with an earthquake. We need to bring people in. So no matter what, the hotel is open. So if there's a power outage, we have generators, but if the generators will run out of power, we have to know how to run the operation without power. And a lot of the younger people don't understand that. And we have to teach them. Here's how we do things. Here's how we do this, because it's all automated now. So here's how you check people in when the system doesn't work. Where are your start shift reports? I don't know. I didn't do it. Well, why not? Oh, waste of paper. They told me not to waste paper. Hello. There's some things you need to do, because if the power goes out, it could be out for an hour. You will not survive 100 people like standing in the lobby, and you can't check anyone in or do anything. They'll kill you. You'll wish you were dead. Maybe they won't kill you, but you'll wish you were dead. It's funny how people that are spending money think their money is more important than my money or your money. They just do. My money's more important. They might not exactly say that, but that's what they're saying. That's the translation. My money is more important than yours. Doing great, thanks. The Daily Dan blog. I hope you're doing well. Where's Daily Dan? There you are. How are you, Daily Dan? Good to see you. Oh, I missed a couple of you. Oh, no, I didn't. That was it. You're the only one. So now I didn't miss you. I got you now. Okay, so guys, I hope you find this interesting. I will talk about your chats when I get to them. Sometimes they go off on a tangent, and then I fall behind. Let's see how far behind I am. Oh, that's a couple minutes. Doing great. Thanks to the Daily Dan Show. Okay, let's move on. Daily Dan. So, Sunny Stormy, thanks for hanging out, Daily Dan. Thank you, too. This is all about J Mike thanking everyone for hanging out because I will fall back on the fact that I am relatively new at this. As long as I am under 999 subscribers, I will tell you I'm relatively new. I was watching a big channel last night talking about all the great channels. Guys, connect with these guys. They are a great channel, right? And then he has like almost 4.4 thousand subscribers, and he's like, go to this channel. They have 5,000 subscribers. It's a great channel. Or somebody has 1.8, and he's like, they're a great channel. He even said I'm a great channel. So I guess he knows how to make friends. I should give him a plug. Pinoy Ahoy treats everyone like they're important. So you guys, if you're still watching right now, you are important to J Mike. Thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out so much. Sometimes I forget. I'm trying to think so much. I forget where the active camera is. There's monitors and then there's cameras, and I stopped using my phone, so I wasn't looking at the laptop for most of my early. I don't know if it was 10 live streams for a couple of weeks. I wasn't looking at the laptop. I was looking because the phone itself has a monitor. So I have there's 3 monitors, and then the phone was my camera. So I got accustomed to looking at the camera, the phone cam, and I wasn't looking at the laptop, but now I have the laptop. I'm trying to get more light in here. I don't know if I have enough light. They say that the more light you have, the better the picture will be with these webcams. That's the problem. Hey, Sonny, the blog just hit 2.02. That's a good 2K to me. Yeah, the blog. Who's the blog? Is that you, Dan? Daily Dan, are you the blog? That's a good name, the blog. Savage Moses, how are you, sir? Good to see you. What's up? I'm just eating fortune cookies. Actually, I had one, and I asked a question, and I didn't see an answer yet. Tita Gay's in the house. I'm going to eat my last fortune cookie, or the last one I have up here. Congrats, Daily Dan blog. Congrats, yeah. I don't know if I would congratulate you for 0.02, but 2K is a big number, I guess. You only need 1K, but 2K means you have the potential for more watch hours, right? That's what I'm presuming that's to be true. Savage Moses hanging out. Thank you, sir. Good to see you. I heard you getting a plug of the was it yesterday, last night? From Pinoy Ahoy. Really loves your channel. I think you do it professionally too. I did notice that. So thanks, Tita Guy. Mega Mall. Mega Mall. Shout out to my friend J Mike and to everyone else here. Tita Gay, one of the busiest people on YouTube. I am impressed. That's why I go to your channel. I don't go to your channel for much other than just I'm impressed. I learn from you guys. Yes, I'm grateful for what you do for me, but not so much because bananas go up and down. So I could visit your channel, they go up, and then the next day they're down. So, but in the end, it's going up. So I'm going up. I am almost 900. I'm on the road to 900, so it's getting closer. What if the hotel falls in the crack? And then they go to the guys across the street. See, we had Hilton across the street. We were the Embassy Suites, right? Great hotel. Embassy Suites has the best breakfast included in all the world because they're around the world. We are around the world. The other anyone with a better breakfast than us was charging you $50. Hyatt was near us too. Hyatt, Hilton, and Embassy were the three airport hotels in Boston, and the Hyatt was charging $50 for a breakfast for two. Really? With tax and service charge, it was more than it was like 57. It was unbelievable. So, and the Hilton did the same thing. They were charging for breakfast. So we had breakfast inclusive and a lower rate, slightly was just under them. So it made us the if someone was trying to decide where do I stay, well, you get the free breakfast and then stay here for $1 less or $2 or whatever it was. Just we would undercut them, but only by a tad because we were giving them something of value. We were giving them free internet, free breakfast, all that stuff. So we couldn't charge too much less. So we thought, well, if we sell a few extra rooms, because we were a little bit bigger than the Hyatt, if we sell a few extra rooms, we can make a little bit more money. So that's what we did. So yeah, if we fall in the crack, then that c'est la vie. Hopefully that doesn't happen. You know what? It doesn't happen very often. We're all protected by a higher spirit, guys, whether anyone realizes that or not. There's a planet out there made of diamonds, but no one can live there. Isn't that funny? I think there are diamonds in heaven, but we'll have to find out. And they say, you really want to find out, you better repent. So, who's here? Mixer lady is here. Mixier. I was a Mixier. I was a DJ. I was DJ Jason. That was a lot of fun and a lot of work, but overall it was fun. It was very rewarding sometimes. Savage Moses, Sunny Stormy, blah, blah, blah. Tita hanging out. Thanks for hanging out with J Mike. Thank you so much. How far behind am I? Oh, I'm trying to go through the chats, but I'm still a couple minutes behind here. So let's keep moving. I want a fortune cookie that says I will find a nice guy. Well, you know what? Nice guys are everywhere, but that doesn't make it right. You need the right fit. So here's my fortune. Questions provide the key to unlocking our unlimited potential. So that's what I do. Those of you who have watched me a few times will know that in the news they'll say, look at the facts. The facts say that you must stay home and stay safe because COVID's killing everybody. Okay, so questions provide the key to unlocking our unlimited potential. So I'm going to question that. I'm not telling you that it's untrue. I'm going to question, well, isn't it also true that something else is true too? Let's analyze this. Let's analyze it by the numbers. You're giving a large number and you're scaring people. Oh, 2 million people have died. Really? In the world? That's a grain of sand on the beach. All factual, folks. You have, anyway. I'm going off on the wrong idea right now at the moment. We'll get to that later. That is a different subject. Hello, my friend Sunny Stormy. Good morning, says Kevin. Non-spute still hanging out. Thank you so much. Thank you. Love you, love you, love you. Lulubs, lulubs, lulubs. I gotta figure out some of these unwritten rules of language or unwritten definitions of words or slang words. I'll call them. I don't know if you call it slang, but it's like not the complete proper language and more informal, I guess. And that's what I'm trying to learn. But my live streams are going for hours, and that's my language study time. I have to let you in on that secret, guys. So I've been studying the language. Yesterday only for about 10 or 15 minutes, and my plan is for an hour per day, and that's dropped off. But I did spend 2 hours on guitar yesterday, though, so it got better. But I can't do the same thing every video. I can't keep doing videos on the same thing. So I will change the jam track. Now there's only 12 modes on a guitar. So, and because there's 12 notes, there's 7 whole notes and 5 half notes, or we call guitars the guitar world calls them incidental notes. It's the flats and sharps. So there's 7 whole notes and there's 5 flats or sharps. A flat is the same thing as a sharp. Uh, it's one note. So you could have A sharp and B flat. That's one note. The A sharp and the B flat is the same note on the guitar. So there's only 12 notes. So there's 12 modes. So unwritten rule. There you go, Tita. Thanks for hanging out with J Mike. Thank all of you guys. Every morning or at night when I schedule it, I think to myself, I don't know if I'm gonna feel like doing this tomorrow. I'm really tired, and then I wake up and I'm like, I'm in a bad mood, and then I get on, and you guys make me smile. So that's thanks a lot. And I gotta finish my fortune cookie, and I know mukbang is okay on YouTube, so that's. But I'm talking. It's hard. Hey, Tita Guy, Nons Pete Franco says, hello, everyone. She's a wonderful friend of mine. And I'm trying to get back to the Philippines. And it almost seems to me, I'm questioning facts. I will always question, I will say this is a fact. Let's question what we think it means. What do we actually think this means? The media is telling us that they know what it means. But I'm telling my friends that the media is made of people who think they know. They have art degrees. I want to know if Bill Nye, the science guy, has a science degree. Because he seems like an entertainer to me. Now, it's also possible, because I know there are physicists who are atheists, but they can't win the argument. They can't win the argument about God because there is scientific documentation that God exists. Everyone that I know says that that's not true, and it is true. The unwritten rules of the ever-changing informalities of language. It's happening in the United States with English too. The British think that Americans have butchered the language, and I would not disagree. I worked with a woman from Mexico, and she said, Jay, Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States, and they speak Spanish. It's on the East Coast, near the Caribbean. It's right on the edge of the Caribbean, I believe. And Mexico obviously is in the Southwest, so a few thousand miles apart. And she goes, the Puerto Ricans don't speak good Spanish. They ruin the language. And I heard that and I said, oh, Gabrielle, it's funny you should say that, because the British also think that the Americans have destroyed the English language. And so there you have it. Now, Filipinos speak English, and I love the fact that they pronounce words perfectly. Because the way I was an honor student in English, grammar, composition, and literature, English literature, and I was an honor student in the language art of English, and I'm hearing sounds in the background and it's distracting me. It's pleasant noise, but we have like 8 birds. So the language arts. So I learned to pronounce, and I'm learning the pronunciations of the Filipino English in the Tagalog. So I've learned like ba, ka, da, sa, pa, ba. Oh, I already said ba. So there's a lot of 2-letter words that are very important in the Filipino language. And I had a subscription to Rosetta Stone for about a year, and I was just learning stuff like that. It wasn't conversational grammar, but it was trying to understand how the sounds of the language work together. in written language, and I found it very interesting. And when I hear Filipinos speaking English, I love how perfect it is, although everything is accented a little bit differently. But I like it, um, and I'm starting to understand it. I can. I'm only understanding phrases, and I know that when you're in a conversation, it's not the same because you don't know what's going to be said. It's not like when you're studying a phrase, it's like, okay, here it is in English, here it is in Tagalog, say it properly, and then move on to the next one. So it's not really conversational language that I'm learning, although it's good to know the phrases. Skipping lessons because I'm doing something else, that doesn't work. So I'm I've kind of stopped where I am right now because if you don't practice, a little bit of practice will only bring you back to what you already knew. So it doesn't. I find myself when I'm listening, especially if I'm in a group of people and they're all talking, I find I get lost. I'm, I'm trying to think of the phrase tawala, tawala. I almost forgot, so I don't want to embarrass myself. I forget the phrases, so I then I can't figure out what they're saying. So um, that's the hard part of learning language because I'm not in the Philippines right now, so I'm not getting that. Although I'm just watching the live streams and that's it. So thanks for hanging out, guys. I know I'm getting off. I lose focus, and I shouldn't because that's not like me to do that. What I try to think too far ahead, and then I think of something else. And what is that? Attention deficit disorder. So let's see. Um, oh, I'm left alone in the house, and the dog is barking. I am not going to deal with it. I know what that means. It only means one thing. It means two things. Either the dog sees somebody and is not, or senses that somebody is nearby and wants to know who it is. If I go downstairs and she doesn't know I'm coming downstairs, she'll bark until she sees me. And then she'll run up to me and she'll want me to talk to her or whatever. Or she wants to go out. But they're technically not my dogs, but they're in the family. So that's all I will say about that. What else? What else you got? Going to my Southern American accent, which it's not really my own. I'm just kidding around with it. What else you got? That's the Southern U.S. There's different parts of the South. They say every state has its own regional accent. There's 50 states, folks. So the United States is really 50 small countries. They never started off as separate countries. It was just one big, the New World. It was actually that Europe thought it was the New World. That England was really England and Spain. Spain had the waters, and that might have been over by then, though. Pretty much. Spain had the best shipping fleet until about the time the British were coming over to the New World. And what did I want to say about that? The host lost his concentration again, but then I just remembered, and then I just forgot again. I'm crazy. Early onset Alzheimer's. I guess it isn't early anymore. I'm almost 100. So what else? What else do I got? I should replay that. I should take a break, replay that, and get my thoughts back together. That's what happens when you guys. My plan was to go through the chats, but you guys are just, I don't know if you're sleepy or what time zone you're all in. Let's see. We can talk about, let's see what's in the news. What news? It depends on what type of news you want, right? We all get the news we want now, and what we're getting now is like new strains, more lockdowns, new strains, more lockdowns. It's crazy. You already have COVID. Your new strains are not coming from South Africa; they're coming from within. Where do you think the new strain from South Africa came from? It's like it's pointless to keep locking down. If we never locked down, if no one ever locked down, this would be over. We would have herd immunity. You hear everyone, well, if 70% get vaccinated, that will give us herd immunity. Really? So that's only the consensus. Moods of the Mountain, thanks for coming in. Thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Every every stop in helps. Walk-ins. Walk-ins welcome. You walk down the street, you're looking for a barber shop to get your hair cut, right? And then you stop where it says walk-ins welcome. Okay, yep, that means I can get my hair cut within a few minutes. Welcome, yeah. So I keep changing. The subject in my head keeps changing. I am like wandering. My mother called me the wanderer, but that was because I was living with different relatives. Hey Jay, you want to live with Auntie Lois? Sure. Okay, you'll spend the summer there or whatever. We were poor, and that made me the wanderer because what did I know? When you're 8 years old, your mother says, "Hey, you want to do this? Sure." Between the ages of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, well, the single year ages. If a parent says, "You want to do this?" Sure, I'll do it. The kid doesn't know whether it's good or bad. I'll just, yeah, okay. I'm not doing anything. So I love these peppermint lifesavers. Hey, I don't do any paid advertising, but these things, oh yeah, they're not just breath mints. I don't really need. They give me a little energy, and they pep up my sinuses and stuff. The peppermint and the sweet just give me a little energy, and it tastes great. That's why I eat peppermint lifesavers. You can chew them, or you can just let them melt in your mouth. They'll be there for a while. Yeah, they freshen you up a little bit, but if you don't have fresh breath, I don't know if that's going to help. You gotta. Oh, that's another story too. Where what's going on YouTube? Oh, we're talking about the news. So yeah, everyone wants the news that they want, and it's hard to really. If you're just looking for pure factual news, that's hard to look at because the only way to get that is to take government news. And the government's only telling you what the government has already done. Like, okay, this is put into place as law or as a new ordinance or whatever. And it's not the kind of news everyone wants to look at. So all in the news now with as of April 28th, that was today, is that they're extending the quarantines. That's all we see. So let's see if we can share that. I'm going to share that for you guys. Okay, let's share a Chrome tab. Where are we? There it is. Okay. So this is the factual news that people don't like. It's like, why can't we just get? People always say, why can't we just get the pure news, the facts? MECQ extended in the National Capital Region Plus. That plus is the provinces that touch Metro Manila province, the NCR, and then all the jurisdictions in those provinces. That's pretty much all of Luzon, almost all of Luzon, which is the biggest area. Yeah. So that's most of the Philippines, most of the largest chunk of the population is affected by that. So there's a new excuse every 2 weeks to extend quarantines. What has that accomplished? I am taking this fact and I'm questioning it. I've been led to believe that YouTube and Facebook and all the social media sites don't want anyone to speak out against this. I'm questioning the narrative. Like, okay, I'm agreeing with this fact. MECQ is extended in NCR plus. That's not debatable. That's the government said they just did this. Okay, so the government just did this, but why? For 15 months now, you have been doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. That's the definition of insanity. You are expecting different results. If you tell me, but it's really slowing this down, if you say that to me, like we're saving lives, really? Isn't it also true? That's speculation. You can't prove what didn't happen would have happened. But I can also say that if you never did this, you would now have herd immunity. And if you say to me, you can't prove that, well, okay, neither one of us can prove what did or didn't happen, or what would have happened or didn't or would not have happened. But there are a lot of people saying and who believe that if we never had lockdown, I also believe, because of evidence, that the people who died had comorbidities, which is why they died. But no one wants to speak my narrative because they don't want to be thought of as cold-hearted, which is what they already are. They're already cold-hearted. That's an opinion that I have a right to speak up to say because it's true. My opinion is true. Now you may say, you can argue and say, well, that's not true, but my opinion is true because it's my opinion. It's true that it's my opinion. The 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 agents of kindness, that can be debated also. People want kindness, but okay, so then why do I think that what you're doing is unkind? You're saying you sound kind when you're saying it, but the motive to me, in my opinion, is unkind. So any fact can be debated, folks. Why are they doing this? Why do they keep doing the same thing, extending quarantines and hoping for a different result? Oh, there's a new strain in South Africa, in Britain, or wherever, pick your region of the world, right? So we have to lock down or ban travel. I don't get it. The horses have already left the barn, and now it's too late to close the barn doors. I don't get it. That doesn't make sense to me, and I'm trying to be logical. Does it mean I'm perfectly logical? No, it doesn't. But I'm trying to be one step more logical than they are. This sounds like the Keystone Cops comes to mind. Does anyone know what the Keystone Cops was? It's old. It comes from old movies, old television, the older days, even the days before television. It was the movies where the cops were the idiots, and then everybody else were laughing at the cops because they didn't do anything right. They were making fools out of themselves by continuing to be buffoons. So I think they're trying to please the many by making everyone think that they're safe, and that if we don't do this, you won't be safe. That's the problem. That's debatable. So that's why I'm doing that. I'm debating if that's true or not. So you can take a true fact and say, okay, this is true based on that fact. Well, that's debatable. So if this continues, which it appears to be something that is going to continue, it's like a typhoon keeps going around in circles, but it's not moving through. That's what this is. No one knows when it's going to end. 15 months, this is unprecedented. The results of the virus is not any worse than any other bad virus in the world. That we're just being led to believe that it is. It doesn't make sense. We have medicines to treat it. We have people saying, well, we're not going to be safe until 70% get vaccinated, really? Then how come 50% think that we don't need vaccinations? Why is that? And then the other 50% aren't really sure. Aren't really sure because they have art degrees. I don't want to be dismissive of everyone's thoughts. I'm questioning that. I'm questioning how we're reacting to what we think are facts. The fact is, we're extending lockdowns for 15 months. But why? Because 0.02% of the world population has died. 0.02% of the world population will die from everything else in every single year anyway. So that's normal. So I get some dogs like going crazy. Not sure if I'm going to have to go down there and deal with pit bulls. That sounds crazy. It is crazy. They're hard to deal with. They're not dangerous. They're annoying. They're annoyingly loving. Pit bulls are loving dogs, but they're different. It's like I'm trying to equate them to something else. Pit bulls are very, very muscular, and they love to chew things. They'll eat raw animals. They'll eat an entire raw chicken. One dog can eat an entire raw chicken uncut. You don't need to cut it. They'll just eat through it like a blender goes through strawberries. If you put ice cubes in a blender to make a smoothie, they'll chew through a whole chicken just as quickly. And they love to play with things with their teeth. They love to play tug of war with rope, things like that. And what happens is people make the mistake of thinking that they can get their hands in the way and say, okay, give it to me, I'll throw it to you. The dog doesn't know what you're thinking, what you're trying to say. Dogs don't know that you're trying to play. They think that they were already given the rope, therefore it's their rope or their ball or their stick, and they're chewing it. They love to do that. And they have a strong bite. So what happens is you get your hands in the way or your arm or whatever it is, and then their teeth bang into you. And if they're in the process of trying to bite down on something, get your hand in the way, guess what? Oh, the dog bit me. No. You got your hand in the dog's mouth. The dog's eating. It's no different to the dog if the dog's eating or playing with a rope or a ball. It's all done. Their mouth is their hands. They don't do anything with they might grab onto something with their front legs, but they don't have fingers, so they do everything with their teeth. Whether they're trying to hold on to something or eat. So that's what happens. Oh. So we have people taking care of the dogs. Yo, Adrian, what's up? I'm just talking about stuff. I'm questioning the facts. I'm not questioning whether facts are facts. We agree that facts are already in evidence. I'm questioning how we deal with facts. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Rena Roberts. Hello. I was telling everybody that the news is what everyone wants to hear. So I said, well, some people say, well, why don't we just hear pure news, like pure facts? So I went to Philippine news agency and I said, okay, here's some pure facts, and it's boring. So let's discuss the facts. MECQ is extended in the National Capital Region Plus. That's a fact, but why? Why are we doing this? We're doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. That's the definition of insanity. It really is. So why are we doing this? This affects me, and I know a lot of people, I know thousands of people are affected by this because they want to get back into the Philippines. I love the Philippines. I quit my job to live there, and I came back here for a couple of months, and I'm stuck. And I can't get back because I wasn't fortunate enough to be married yet. I say yet. Well, Wala asawang pa. So I'm speaking in my not so good Tagalog. So I'm questioning why we're doing the same thing over and over. And I said if we never had lockdowns and quarantines, we would have herd immunity. And people were saying that if they never did this, more people would have died. I disagree with that because people with comorbidities are the ones who have died, and they were already in existence. This is what happens from time to time. Every every couple of years, the death rate has not really changed much. So maybe there's always viruses that hurt people with comorbidities, and then they die. Um, that's just the way it is. That hasn't changed. I'm not saying that anyone deserves. We all deserve to die when the day we're born. The day we're conceived actually is when it's determined that we're going to die. We don't know. We can't predict what's going to happen at any point in time, but we know that we're already created to die. Now you could get into spiritual beliefs. Our souls don't die, but our souls don't have our living bodies don't have a soul automatically. That just doesn't come by the Big Bang didn't cause our souls to exist. Adrian still here, I hope, hanging out. That's good. So I'm just thinking out loud because you guys are just here saying hello to each other. Thanks, Winnie. Winnie's OFW, offshore Filipino worker, right? Overseas Filipino worker. That means, where are you, Winnie? Let me know. Where are you now? Where are you staying? VIPs, like and share, Sir J. God bless. Sorry, just dropping by to share your live. Very busy at this moment. Love lots and thanks for the support. Hi, Tita Gay. When he says hi, Tita. Yeah, Tita was stopped in for a bit. I don't know if she's still here, but it was good to see her. Tita Gay is one of my favorite live streamers. Very, very funny and what can I say? Entertaining. Sean is in the house. Hey, Sean, what's going on? Are you here to hang out for a few minutes? Let's see if I can do this. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Oh, that works differently. Oh, I'm still learning things. Sean, I'm learning a lot about YouTube. All right, good to see you guys anyway. I'm all over the board. We're talking about factual news versus emotional news. How people like what they want to hear the news that they want to hear, and and so I said, okay, well, let's look. This is a page of some actual pure news, and so why are they doing this? It's my way of life to question, the pure news and the facts, and there's always more than one way to look at things. And I'm saying, okay, this government keeps doing the same thing over and over, hoping for different results, and that's not going to happen because they need to stop doing this. People with comorbidities are always in trouble with every virus. Every virus can potentially kill people, and do. You want to come up and say hello, Sean? I'm not going to be on much longer, so come on up and say hello. Whoever wants to do that, it'll just be for a moment, a few minutes, or however long you want to say hello for. I still get that lifesaver in my mouth because I never chewed it. Usually, I stick them in my mouth and chew them. So it's still there. If I do that, it'll be hard to talk for a minute. Winnie, you're in Kuwait. Oh, okay. So I've heard that there are Filipino workers in Kuwait. What do you do in Kuwait, if I might ask? I'm just, I'm just curious, kind of guy. I know Kuwait has an oil industry. I don't know if that's what you're doing. I'm sure they do other things, but oil is their number one export, as far as I know. I don't think I don't think they're exporting sand, and they don't have much of a seaport other than to get oil tankers in and out. Bob's TV. Hey, Bob. Welcome to J Mike. Thanks for stopping in. We're just kind of in a lull right now. I've been talking about. Sometimes I wander and I just talk about different things, and then I'll stop and I'll just start talking about something else. I have ADHD. I'm not diagnosed with that. I'm just kidding. Um, Sometimes, if I'm talking for an hour, I'll just change thoughts every 10 minutes or so, and then. But it's basically the chats will tell me what to talk about, and we started talking about news, and the big news is the quarantines and lockdowns around the world, and how they keep finding more reasons to extend travel bans and quarantines. It's insane. It's absurd. Absurd is the word of the year for 2020. And as far as I'm concerned, it's still 2020 until this stops. Glad to see you too, Bob. Thanks for coming in. What I do is, or what I try to do is go through the chats and then talk from there. And a primary teacher, major in math and minor in English. Winnie, guess what? I was an English honors student, grammar, English English grammar, composition, and literature. And I became a hotel controller, which is pretty mathematical. So those are my two best subjects. And people hate it. People will say, why do I need to study math? I'm not going to use it when I get out of school. Really? How are you going to do a personal budget? 90% of all people don't understand personal budgeting or anything like that, or how to start a budget and then actualize your expenses like we do with general ledger. How we take the budget and then we turn it into the ending ledger, and then it creates variances, and then we analyze that. The average person can't do that, right, Winnie? Did you understand? Let me know if you understood what I just said, because people think, oh, this guy's crazy. That's I don't know what he's talking about. I could say it in a different way, but that was just the quick way of getting it out. But you lost your school job, so now you're just doing businesses, RTWs and bridal gowns and services, but it's private. So are you renting bridal gowns and things like that, like Mr. Tux? I know Mr. Tux is big in the U.S. I don't know if you've got one of those out there. So let's see, Winnie. You were valedictorian since I went to school, but useless. To me, valedictorian means you had the highest grades in high school, the highest or the most credits. I'm not sure if it's the most credits or the highest average. I'm not sure, because my class valedictorian was a girl that I sat near in eighth grade, and she told me I was very smart. She goes, "I can't believe how smart you are," but I slacked off a little in high school, and because my friends were teaching me to slack off. We are what our friends are. In that, looking back now, I think, well, I don't hate them. I don't hate the choices I made, but I needed to like cut. I needed to make a cut those ties, in order to succeed in life. So technical courses that helps me during pandemic. Yeah, well, that's good that you're still studying stuff. I like to read and learn things too. I always say that I'm always learning. Right now, I'm trying to learn language and guitar. And I know the guitar is music, and it's not like me to do that. But after I was a hotel controller for over a quarter century, like about 26 years. So I quit that and I sold my Lexus because I realized the only thing I was working for was to drive the car and to have a house. So I decided to live in the Philippines, give my house to my daughter, and I was not gonna. I can't drive a car there, so I don't need the car. And then I came back here for Christmas in 2019, and I decided to stay a little bit longer, and I got stuck here. So I still can't go back. And we were talking about that for about an hour. Yeah, so I don't begrudge what someone is studying to make a living. I don't begrudge that. You got to do something. So, um, but it's good. I've tried to learn a lot of different things, and I will never stop learning because there's always something to learn. So say hello to Sean T. Uber. Oh, Sean, I'm on mute, so I gotta get you on. Let me know if this is causing an echo.
Hey, how are you doing, Jay?
Yeah, that's gonna echo. Hold on, I gotta stop doing that. So that's the only drawback to my technology is hi Sean.
How are you
Do I
doing,
hear
Jay?
you? I gotta make sure I can hear you.
Maybe my mic's not working.
Oh, there you go. I got you.
Okay, cool. How you doing,
Well, I'm
buddy?
hearing you on oh, you know what? I'm good. One second. I had HDMI side monitor and I disconnected that because of the audio because I was listening to the YouTube delay, so I had to disconnect that. And what happened was I lost track of my StreamYard just for a second.
Oh, that's
Okay,
okay.
so yeah, so it sounds like you're coming in good. There's no echo or anything like that. Who else is here? Oh,
Hi, Winnie's OFW.
that's my share screen. So let me get rid of that.
Filipina Raquel de los
So
Santos. Hello.
what
Yeah,
that
I have to go in a little bit. I just wanted to come on and say hi and support you.
So we got a Gen raid going on. So hi guys from Gen. I think you started to read that. Kings Never Die, Winnie, Aditha, Ed's PM Vlogs, Lucily Valencia, Elin Manoso. I see you guys before. So they're the daytime crowd from Gen Vida. Elin Manoso, mega love shout out to all of you. Who else? Brett's Thunder.
Bob's
Brett's
TV official. Hey.
Annalie YouTube. Let's see if I can catch up to that. Winnie's still here. Philip. When I disconnected my monitor, the raid came in, and then I had to switch my chat stream. I was running because there's a long story, but now it's one is in slow mode, which I used to read, and then the other one's too fast, so I can't read it.
Actually, there's quite a few people in here that I'm not connected to.
Filipina Raquel, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I was in your chat a little while ago. Thanks for stopping in. Let's look at that. Let's take a look. There you go. Hello, Raquel says hello, Shanti Uber. So, in Carlo Lasso, Gen V's people still coming in. Thanks for coming in, guys. So, Raquel, I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you, Sean?
You guys want to go see Sunny?
Oh, of course, we got to see Sunny. Hold on.
All right, let's go see Sunny. We're going to go to his cage right now. Hopefully he doesn't scream. Hi, Sunny. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
Hello, watch out for the people. Hello, watch out for the people.
Say hi to YouTube land.
You don't have dogs, right, Sean?
No, no dogs.
My daughter has dogs here, so there's like one puppy is sold. Now this is Sunny, right?
Yeah, he's a 3-year-old Sun Conure parrot. And my kids are eating cereal. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
They're, they're like,
Hi,
what?
guys.
I wasn't
Hi.
expecting to go on YouTube.
That's all right. You're just a host. You can cut out anytime you like. When he says hello, Sean.
Hi, Winnie's.
Hello, Sonny. She's talking to the bird.
Oh, say hello to Winnie's OFW.
Yeah, Sonny's the star of Sean's show. So yeah.
Yeah.
So what does
What?
he like to say?
He goes. "Arr." He doesn't really talk, Jay.
I don't know. You gotta. Maybe it's because he doesn't hear anything consistent.
Yeah, I think if I like gave him treats, if I like talk to him and he kind of mimics me and I keep it up and give him treats and have the little clicker when after I give him a treat, maybe I can get him to say stuff, but that's a lot of work.
Yeah. If you gotta say like the same thing to him every day,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like the dogs, the pit bulls. If you have a treat in your hand, like a dried liver treat, and they smell it, you say sit, they'll sit. You say wait, they'll wait, and then you say okay, take it, and they'll take it. But they won't follow every command. If you're not giving them a treat, they won't sit.
Yeah.
If you say stay, they won't stay. You got to give them a reason.
Yeah, that's true.
Stay. If they don't stay, go in the cage. Okay, I'll stay.
Hi, Yummy Van. So what are you up to today, Jay?
What am I up to? Well, gosh, today's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't practiced guitar yet, and I haven't studied my Tagalog lesson. The more time I spend on YouTube, the less I do that. And my channel is based on the fact that I'm studying those things and trying to learn. So it makes it very hard to get on all the channels.
Yeah.
I know Jen said, you got to go to all the live streams, Jay. Well, I do. I'm just not always at a live stream. So that's a lot of work.
I know.
Because I can't make videos if I'm not working on my guitar. And I do the same thing with Tagalog. I like to, and we're still getting people from Jen. It's so funny. Yummy Van, thanks for stopping in from Jen Vida. Thank you. So, what was I saying? So it's hard. It's hard to find the time to because I have to stop and listen to Tagalog language. That's one of I don't know what's harder, the guitar or language, but it's two hard things, and I'm trying to show it on YouTube. So to go on the live streams, that just cuts into the time that I need. So Winnie is live at 8:00 after 1.5 hours. Oh, so an hour and a half from now. So in 90 minutes, Winnie is live. Winnie, type in JAY and get your link dropped. Nightbot will drop your link. I don't have anyone doing that for the last few minutes, so you can't be lazy on guitar. If I'm lazy, I don't play well. So, like right now, I can't. It would be hard for me to play right now because I haven't warmed up. So, yeah, you see my guitars. I have another one. I don't like to show it because
I wonder if I can drop my link. Let me see. I have to mute my YouTube.
Yeah, you don't need this audio on to drop your link, but just type in JAY. Don't drop your link. Just type in JAY.
Yeah.
Nightbot will do that, and it takes like a minute for Nightbot to drop your link. So
okay, there we go.
8:30. She's in Kuwait, so 8:30. I think that's about an hour and a half. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's your link. I don't know why, Winnie. I don't know why your link didn't drop.
I'm working on I'm
do that
editing.
again. Do that again. Type in JAY again. I'm not sure what happened.
Hey, Savage Moses Gaming, how are you?
Savage Moses, you came back. Thanks for stopping in again. That's incredible. Hey, you know when you let a friend go and they come back, they're your friend. They say that about love. If you let someone go and they come back, they're yours. Well,
Savage has a premiere tonight, huh?
There's
awesome.
If you have an intimate connection with somebody, then You just have to be mindful of how many they have. So
You jealous? You want to say hi?
you don't want to connect with people that already have intimate connections. That's not a good thing. It won't end well. You don't want it to end. So if it ends, then that's not ending well. That's really, if something ends, it's not well. I'm good. Yeah, I my Tagalog videos, and I've only done 5 of them. That's the most editing. I don't really do a lot of editing for guitar, even though I'm not that good. Like I did the Star Spangled Banner. Now the thing is, the prelude was not the Star Spangled Banner. That was E. I was just working on E flat major, which I never do, so it didn't sound very good because it's one of the modes I never work on. I realized I needed to do that, so all I was doing is working on the E flat major scale. It wasn't even in the box that I ended up playing for the Star Spangled Banner, but the banner itself was. I tried to do that exact. Now the speed, the tempo wasn't steady, so that. I need to work on that, and because I stopped for like 2 seconds on one note, and I didn't hit the note, and then I was like. I wanted to make sure I was doing it right, so I still need to work on that. But it was I did play it the right way. Nothing was wrong, except the tempo. The tempo, I need to fix that. So, I want a bird so bad. We have 8 Savage. I have 8. My daughter has all the pets. She has 8 parakeets, and they chirp up a storm like in the early part of the day. If the sun's out, they are like noisy. It's like it's crazy. I'm on the 3rd level, and they're on the 1st level, and I can hear them up here. It's like chickens.
That's my daughter, Emily.
Emily. There's an old song from the 70s about Emily, and it's a nice song. I liked it. It's not really a classic hit anymore, but if you guys are my age, you would remember that. Emily. It's kind of like a cool, slow groove kind of song.
I think I remember that. Who sings that?
I don't remember it. It's not really a classic hit anymore, but it was nice. It's kind of nice. Emily. It was done in a rock style, but it was a slow groove. I wouldn't call it R&B.
I think I remember that song.
Emily. No, maybe somebody does think it's R&B. I'm not, but I would think of it. It was a groovy song. It wasn't exactly like "Groovy Kind of Love" by Phil Collins. That was actually a cover.
Mm.
So when you see that, you know it's a good song. So
yeah, I'm working on
Winnie, I'm not sure why that's happening to you. Is that a J?
Yeah, why isn't Nightbot dropping her link?
Hold on, because it's worked for you. So Savage, you
let me
can do the
type
same
it
thing
again.
too. Just type in JAY and see it work.
Maybe if you make her a mod.
Oh, that's what it is. Hold on 1 second. I thought I had already done that. I'm so sorry. Oh, thanks for saying that, Sean. I wasn't thinking. I knew that that is in this. Nightbot is programmed not to let you do that unless I give you a blue jacket. So I did that because I thought, well, if I get a raid, I want everyone not just to raid me. I need connections. So I see spam on some of the live streams. I see spam, and then they let it happen, and so I just thought Nightbot will stop that. So go ahead. I'm sorry, Winnie. Go ahead and type in JAY now. It will work. For you have to do that yourself. I can't do that.
So yeah, I'm working on a video. My wife did most of the work. She did it on her phone, and then I transferred her footage to my phone, and I'm editing on my phone, so I can upload it to YouTube.
You're doing editing. Isn't that hard?
It is. Well, I mean, it's not so hard on the phone.
Because it's so small with your fingers. I like to do it on my laptop. It's a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's true.
Like I can't. I got KineMaster for my phone, but I don't use it because I thought, well, that's too hard. Because when I was doing videos before I was figured out how to use my video editor, I was just cutting off the beginning and the end, and I was just making pure videos. Like I would record my guitar and I'd say, okay, I don't want that beginning because I'm just warming up and it stinks. And so, hey, this 3.5 minutes or 4 minutes sounds okay. I'll just cut off because it's too long, so I'll cut off the end, and then I'll just put that. And that's what I was doing. And I wasn't really building my channel. I was just like putting a clip up there. There was no editing, so I don't really edit much with my guitar videos. I just start and end.
Well,
Now, I might sometimes I might cut off the ending, but now you can see that I'm ending, and there's no editing in between. It's just, but I might skip like 3 seconds at the beginning. That's all.
I'm learning that if you put videos that are about 3 to 5 minutes long on YouTube, then if you want people to connect with you, they watch that 3 to 5 minute video, and then that sub will usually stick because, you know, if you're watching a live stream, you got to watch like 20 minutes or something for that sub to stick. So I'm figuring the smaller videos are a little bit easier to manage.
It's hard. The best way to on my laptop, the best way to edit a longer video, like if it's like 10 or 11 minutes long, is to split it. The first split will take a while because it's crawling through the video, and then you have 2 half videos. So that's one way to do it, and then just make larger splits. But yeah, the long videos are very hard to I see people all the time. They do like.
Lo único que es solitario, o sea,
they
ni modo,
do,
pues no. No, es que aquí yo.
We're picking her up, so it's like you're talking. So some of the live streamers, they're not live streamers, they're just big channels, and they do like a 20, 25, 30-minute video, and then they talk about how much work it was to do it. So yeah, because it takes so long, you have to wait. Winnie, do it again because I gave you a jacket. So type JAY one more time, Winnie. You didn't have a jacket, and that's why it didn't work, and I just gave you a jacket. So yeah, I think that you guys that do it on your mobile, that God bless you. It's hard to do that. Oh, okay. I don't see all the chats. So yeah, guys, please connect to Winnie. Eric connecting. It looks like you don't make your subscribers public, so I think that's why there's no connection on your subscribers. My Nightbot is looking for how many subscribers you have. So one of my issues, Sean, and you're on mute, by the way, Sean.
Oh, thank you.
One of my issues is that I had a lot of noise a few minutes ago too, so I know how that feels. I was saying one of my issues is that I'm still learning to pay attention to everything that's going on, especially when I'm talking, because I've made it my priority. I've actually said that I want to make the chats part of my show. So I always want to get through the chats, but then when I see something that gives me a thought, I will start talking about it, and then I don't realize I'm 5 minutes behind. So sometimes I talk too much. I don't know if people like it or hate it. They don't say that they hate it, but sometimes some people will just leave when they don't like something. So, or they need to do something else. I'm not that interesting, but the one thing is I can talk about something differently. You know, if somebody says something, change my mind, I can change the subject quickly. Yeah, okay, Winnie, that's up to you. It doesn't matter. We don't know. We don't know. Need to be careful. If you're monetized, we know that you have over 1K. That's for sure.
Hey, Panoya Ahoy in the house.
Get out, Panoy Ahoy! Hey, my friend, what's going on? Good to see you, and J Mike. Panoy Ahoy is. I've only been to a couple, maybe 3 of your live streams, and I love the way you make everyone. And I said this earlier. You make everyone feel important. At the time, you're either talking to them or you're talking to the audience about them. I had a boss like that years ago. He became the CEO of Ambridge Corporation, which now manages 1,600 hotels. They're the largest hotel manager in the world. He was my CEO. I quit in 2019. I retired, and then I got back. I messaged somebody, my old general, my old boss. I messaged him a month or two ago, and he said, "Yeah, Robert retired too." So, but he retired as the CEO, and he made everyone feel important in the room. And if everyone in the room, he would make sure he talked to everyone. And then at the time that it was his turn to talk about you, he made you think that everyone knew you were important. So that's the impression I get from Mr. Panoy Ahoy. Hey, type in JAY, right? And let me make sure you have a jacket. I know you were in my live stream once. Oh, if I can find it, I'm lost. Tawawala ako.
Yeah.
Tawawala na ako.
Panoy is all busy.
I
too.
am
He's
lost.
the CEO.
What did I just do? Oh, I just lost myself again. Oh, it's refreshing. All right. So, no, I guess I never got a chance to give you a jacket. Hold on. I'll give you a jacket, and then you can type in JAY. I programmed we are all small channels. We're all the same. Are you saying I might be the CEO of YouTube? No. That's funny. Are you trying to be funny? No, I'm saying that my CEO, I was a hotel controller for 26 years. I worked for 11 different hotels at different times. My CEO that I worked with for over 20 years, he made everyone in the room feel important. And that's what I noticed about you. So that's a good attribute. It's something that I need to be continually aware of, is to that everyone is important in their own way, and they love it when you help to make them feel important. Like Mr. Savage Moses, I was telling him about how you were doing that yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It seems like yesterday that you did that for the short time you were talking about him in your Flex show, that you made him sound important. I don't know how you made him feel, but to me, you made it sound like he was important. And you did the same thing to me. You made me think that I'm important, or that you think I'm important, and that's a good thing. That for you, I have high regard for people that do that. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's a commendable character trait of a person. Hello, brother. Yeah,
Hello, beside to die.
And guys, who was CAA before? Oh, I don't know. He was my CEO. Oh, I've had some guy named Jim. My corporation was growing and changing, so it kept changing hands. But then now Ambridge is, if you guys Google Ambridge Hospitality, AIMBRIDGE, like Cambridge without the C, Ambridge Hospitality. They're based in Dallas, Texas. They are now the largest manager of hotels in the world. It's incredible how fast they were growing so fast. It was making me feel tired because everybody has a role. It's like, okay, we need you here. You're doing this.
You know, Jay, I figured out something.
Saya Tadai, hello in the house, Sean. Saying hello.
Hey, beside to die. Hey, I figured out that for some reason YouTube was putting ads on my videos, and I'm not monetized yet. And I was wondering, why is that? Why is YouTube putting ads on my videos?
They're doing it to me also, and they've been doing it for a short while. They announced that they would change the policy change, and that they're doing that. But it also tells me that I see no ads on people who use vulgarity, even if they just use the word, the sh word, when they're talking about toilet poop. If they use just little amounts of vulgarity, there will be no ad on because when you upload your video, it takes a while to upload it, and they're crawling it. They know exactly what's in it. They even know how good. If you're doing music, they know how good it is, because music theory is built in also, and so it knows if your music theory in your music video measures up to the tonal law of music laws, I should say, the music theory law, it will think that your video is worth showing. It's done that to a couple of my music videos, and I thought, well, how do they know which ones are better? Because I have one with a lot of views, and they're not doing that. Because
You know how I shut it out? I went to advanced settings, and there's a tab in there to shut off the ads. So
yes,
I shut off the ads completely.
then you won't get any ads. But if you say that you want that and you're not monetized, you'll get ads. But they'll stop giving you ads if you don't have. If you have improper content, they won't put ads on your. They just won't.
Yeah.
Let me know.
I guess that makes sense, right?
Now, if somebody normally does proper language in their videos, and then a curse comes out in the live stream, all bets are off. I don't know what happens there, but
that's good to know. Did you read Winnie's comment?
Whoever wants to order intro for channel, let me know. I give free intros and thumbnails. Hey, you know what, Winnie? Someone did that for me. A different friend that's not in this family. It's in the Simply April family or one of those families. Florange is her name. She did that for me, and I use part of it. It's like a two-parter. Sometimes I use the whole thing, and sometimes I split it for beginning and end, intro and outro, and sometimes I only use one. So it gives me choices, but it's always great to have another one because I get bored with having the same intro and outro, and so I split it up first of all, and then sometimes I use one or the other, and then so I try to mix it up. But it's great to have another one. I would like to do that.
No watermarks.
Yeah, that's good too. So I can be contacted in my About tab. My email is there. Just say hello, and then I'll get back to you. And yeah, I'm interested. Why not? It can't hurt. So yeah.
Do you get a lot of spam, J Mike, if you post your email on the About page?
I use Gmail, and Gmail separates your mail into three parts: promotion, social, and primary. It does a pretty good job. And then in your primary, if you see that something is like unwanted, you can mark that as spam, and then it'll just move it to promotion. So spam is promotion, or what?
Okay.
However they look at it. Who cares how they look at it, right? If you mark it, but that's pretty darn good how Gmail separates, and then you can look at all of it as you like, and it's good on the phone too because they make it pretty easy to switch or to see it all. So, so I really like Gmail. Now you get a lot of mail, but you can split it. I get a lot from YouTube. I get a lot of primary mail from YouTube as well as social. So like if someone likes your comment, that shows up in social. But if you buy a super chat, that shows up in primary because it's a business transaction. Make sense?
Hi, Mars.
I don't know if you do that, but not everyone uses Google just because they have YouTube. But I like it. I like the way Google works. There's some. Everyone questions something that YouTube is doing, but they raise a lot of questions. So why not? If you're a channel producer, you're gonna have questions. You should. Okay, let's move on. I lose my place easily in StreamYard because it runs fast. So if I go up or down, it just runs too far. So and I turned off that monitor because I need your audio not to have an echo. So it's just I'm learning the ropes here, guys. So
we're in the same boat, Jay.
Okay, Winnie, I will drop your link. Type in JAY again because that gets lost in the chat. Do that one more time so I can get on you. I'll get on your link. So just because after I subscribe to so many people, it's hard to find everybody unless they go live and then I see the notification.
Did she type your name in blue already?
Yeah.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, but every so often it gets lost in the chat.
Oh, I see her link. I see it.
Yeah, she's up there a little while back, not too far. But if everyone starts chatting, like when I got the raid, everyone chatted, and then it will get lost if that happens. It's always fun to get a raid. You can't be against a raid. You can't control that either. So
That's not a bad thing.
Mars, yeah, you don't have a choice. You're live for a reason because you want people.
That's right.
You have a choice not to go live. You can make, and then whatever.
You can do a random live and try people.
I've done that, and I get people coming in. I got a raid on a random live. It was random because I didn't schedule it, but now I schedule them. Well, I don't know because I didn't schedule my last one. But Jen Vida sees it. I'm a member of her channel, and when she's going on, I'm one of the more recent notifications, so she sees it, and it's just the right timing because I get so many notifications. If your notification came up 6 hours ago, I ain't gonna see it. I won't see it. So unless I just say, okay, how far back can I go, and then I'll see it. So and then it's too late. It's too late. I don't want to see your. It won't help you if I see your notification 3 hours later. So,
my wife did an interesting thing, Jay, on my third live stream. She wrote down all the people that were in my third live stream. And usually when you get down to, more and more lives, you can see who's been coming into your live stream more consistently. And then you can reach out to those people and you kind of weed out the people that that are in your notifications. So the people that you want in your notifications are those people that are consistently coming to your lives, right?
Right, I can do that, but right now I haven't really done much of that. I will as I grow, I'll do more. The other thing is Nightbot. Nightbot tells me who my top chatters are over the last 7 days. But
That's cool.
As far as I know, it only goes back 7 days. I haven't figured out but I could do a report every 7 days for that if I want to.
So how did you learn about doing Nightbot?
I just went to Nightbot and looked through it, and then just knowing what I haven't got it doing everything that I see everyone doing. Some live streams, they have Nightbot posting the links of their friends or their supporters too often. So there's too much of that. So it almost looks like spam, but that's their choice. So if they're good to me and they put my link down with Nightbot, their own Nightbot, that very same Nightbot will put more links down and it'll just push me out of the way. But they're helping me, and then by helping everybody, then they're helping me less. So it is what it is. It's not for me to control. It's just the more friends you make, the better it is, I guess. So and that is happening. I lost 8 overnight, and I don't even know why. It just maybe they'll come back. I'm not sure what YouTube is.
Well, they're probably not staying to watch long enough on the videos. That's what I hear. They have to stick around for at least 3 to 5 minutes.
It's harder to do on the phone. If someone is busy with their phone, it's hard to do. But on the laptop, I can do that for several people.
And I hear there's like a protocol too. Like you don't want to just hit subscribe right away. Like you want to watch the video, then you want to like it, and then after you like it, you hit the subscribe. Although that could be, I don't know.
Now, some people have Nightbot set up. Okay, connect with this supporter of mine, and then if you type in my name in the chat at the end of the comment, then you will get an entry in my game, in my prizes or whatever it is, support, and you automatically subscribe. It will say, do you wish to subscribe to this channel? So Nightbot is doing that. So when you go in to see the video, you're already subscribed. So why they do that, who knows? I'm not exactly sure. I know YouTube is finding different ways to, I haven't had water.
Yeah, they want genuine connection.
YouTube is finding different ways that's not spelled out perfectly what they're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
So I want to do it the right way. I I don't want to pay somebody to give me like, you win 300 subscribers. Really? That doesn't sound legit to me. Savage, the weather here, I'm in southern New Hampshire. I'm about 50 miles from Boston, north. And it's a little cloudy. Not so cold anymore. Yesterday was okay. It was t-shirt weather. Not hot, just most New Englanders don't really like it hot. I do, but most New Englanders don't. So yesterday was warm. I guess it hit 70 here. So that's t-shirt weather for a New Englander. That's cool weather. If it drops down to 70 or 69 in the Philippines, they'll tell you it's cold. Like I was living in Pasig City near Manila, and we woke up one day and my host says, it's cold today. And I said, what's the temperature? We looked because there's a big thermometer, and we looked, it was 73. And it felt cool because the previous day was like 95. So that feels cool. So it's okay. You know, it feels cool today, but we like it. So weather temperature is relative. Like in Boston, I remember years ago, we had a 100-degree day. The next day was 81 and it felt cool. It's cooled off.
TCG fam, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, we're getting the cool one day, warm the next. So it's springtime. That's why. And the only good thing is that summer is coming. All right.
Yeah, it's getting warmer here in San Jose, that's for sure.
Yeah. Now that's Northern California, right?
Yeah, we're about 45 miles away from San Francisco, south of San Francisco.
Shout out Messiah Tadai. Thanks for hanging out. Now you said you're how many miles north of San Francisco?
About 45 miles south of San Francisco. So it's a good hour from San Francisco.
You're south of San Francisco. San
That's
Jose?
correct.
Okay, so I forgot. I haven't been out there. I've connected flights in San Francisco and LA, but I haven't really been around the area.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I get pictures. I get pictures from my cell phone flying over the Golden Gate, and we were approaching. So I get a lot of pictures that way, just from the window of the plane.
Nice.
People think I'm crazy, like doing that. So you're not supposed to do that. Why? I just hold my phone. The phone's not on. It's on airplane mode. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm just using the camera.
They think the plane's going to crash if you're using your cell phone.
I'm not. Well, now you can pay for that service now to have
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. So I mean, it's not against the law.
Right. Exactly.
Just turning your camera on in the plane. It's a little small camera. There's nothing.
So
the problem is the window's blurry.
If you want to know where San Jose is, you have to look on a map. You'll see Oakland. Directly east of San Francisco is Oakland, and then as you go south from San Francisco, you got San Bruno, South San Francisco. Then you run into Burlingame, San Mateo, Redwood City, and then you start to get into the Google areas, right? You got Mountain View, and that's where Santa Clara County starts. I'm in Santa Clara County, so Palo Alto's in Santa Clara County. Are you familiar with Palo Alto?
Heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, so they have all the tech companies over there in Palo Alto, and then you have Apple's also in Cupertino. And San Jose is just south of all of those cities.
I couldn't remember. I knew it was near San Francisco. I couldn't remember if it was north or south. So because I haven't been there, so when I go somewhere, I study the map. So I kind of have an idea, or where. Maybe when I get up boots on the ground, it's like I'm lost.
Mm-hmm.
I know that something is north of this or south of this or east or west. I kind of get that going on.
The beauty of San Jose is that you don't have to cross any bridge because it's kind of like right smack in the middle south of the bay. So you can either go north to the west to go to all the cities towards the west, or you go east north to go to the cities that are like East Bay, like Oakland and San Ramon. Hayward,
Yeah. So I mean, I'm a kind of a map guy, but sometimes it's hard when your boots on the ground. It's sometimes like in the streets, I can get lost finding a particular place until I know. But like when I was in Pasig City, I knew that Ortiga Center was west of me, but I had to walk north to get to the main avenue. So it was about a mile. I had to walk north a mile, and then I had to go west.
Do you
So
ever use Google Maps for walking?
yeah, I did. I panicked once, and I had my old phone, so I had to find a connection. It was a bad connection, but I ended up getting it to work. It just
Yeah, sometimes I have to use Google Maps for walking when I'm in San Francisco. If I'm in a particular area and I'm not familiar with, then I have to use
I
that. I have to use that.
I didn't have the right data plan at the time, and I knew where I was, but I didn't know which direction I was facing. So I had to go near a coffee shop, and finally I got it to work for a minute.
A Wi-Fi connection? Yeah.
Yeah, so I said, oh, I'm going this way instead of this way.
Hmm.
And it was like a fork. It's like, okay. And they both looked familiar. So I started going this way, and I went, oh, I got to come back. I'm walking, right? And I got to come back. It's like 2 miles. It was getting dark, and it's like, all right, it's getting dark, and don't panic.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay too because you're moving so slow. On the map, you move so slow walking. It's not like driving where you're actually got some speed and you can see the icon moving. When you're walking, you don't really see yourself moving so fast.
I wasn't worried about it getting dark so much. I was worried about not knowing where this was bringing me. So, and it was taking time.
Yeah.
I ended up taking 2 hours to get home, and it was hot.
Oh
So,
man.
you know what? I got skinny. I mean, I was never really that fat, but I got really skinny just walking around in hot weather because it's always a long walk.
Yeah, you burn more calories.
Yeah. So yeah, you can eat what you want when you do that.
That's right.
So
Stop
you
and
want
have an ice cream.
you want to cool off, walk into the mall. You'll like freeze to death. It's incredible how cold it is inside the mall. Because if you walk a long distance and you're sweaty, right, that's a shock. I walked in the mall and it's not really that cold, but I'm so hot and sweaty, it like shocked me. I was like, it's too cold. I gotta buy
Yeah.
a new shirt so I can wear a dry shirt because I was all sweaty.
Yeah, in the summertime, I don't have air conditioning in my house, so I'll just go take a break at the mall. I'll go to the mall, take a break, and have the air conditioned mall cool me down.
Yeah, especially in the Philippines. Have you been to the Philippines?
No, I've been to El Salvador, which is the same
Oh, you said
longitude,
that. Yeah. Okay, I forgot
same
now.
longitude as the Philippines, but so it's very hot.
It all comes back to me now. Yeah, my coworker was for 2 years was from El Salvador. Is from El Salvador. She should be calling me anytime soon now. Actually, she texted me the other day. She wanted to buy my car. I said I already sold it. It took too long. I
Oh,
had to sell it. I am trying to stay ready for travel, and I didn't want to get stuck with the car because I wanted cash.
yeah.
It's costing me too much to live here. I gotta get out of here, but there's no travel.
So
There's
did you get Blue Book value for it?
I'm happy.
You're happy with
Not,
it?
not exactly. That's the reason the reason I got the amount I got was because it was a little bit below the blue book value, so they wanted it.
Oh, yeah. You wanted to get rid of
So
it quick. Yeah, that makes
right.
sense.
So I took her offer, and I said, okay, that's a good offer.
Yeah.
I knew you always lose money on a car. You never. I sold my Lexus and I lost money on it, but at least I got some cash for it. So, which is better than nothing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's the way I look at things. That people figure out money. It's like you don't need that much money. I have a little bit of income but it's not designed to support me in the U.S., especially where I'm living. I mean, unless I want to live with roommates, which I'm too old for that. Family's hard enough. When you live with your adult kids, you find out don't want to say too much because I love I love my daughters. I don't want to say that I don't, but it's different when there's a reason adult children move away from home. But I bought this house. I bought this house so she could have it. And they're paying for it now. It's not like I'm going to keep paying for it. So. But now they have it. It's more important for me to know that they got something than for me to just say, "Oh, I own this, so I'm gonna kick you out and sell it." I'm never gonna do that. So.
I've been looking at the idea of maybe selling my house here in San Jose and buying a large property in El Salvador and building, well, not building, but buying a large property that is like a hotel. So it has like a large pool. It's got many cabanas that people can check into. So I can get income that way.
Income property. Now,
Mhm.
somewhere around your part of the country.
It'll be near a beach in El Salvador. That's what we're looking for. Yeah. Yeah. So
Now, how do you think business is going to be in that area? That's another.
yeah, that's the thing. You never know. So you have to promote it, and that's going to take some. You have to spend money to make money, right?
Business comes in places where business comes, so you got to take that into consideration too. Like an airport hotel is going to more easily have business, but then you got to give them more.
Yeah.
Right. You can't just open up a dump in the airport and expect everyone to come there and be happy. You're going to get customers, but you got to learn how to keep them happy.
Yeah. Well, there's a place in El Salvador that's very popular with surfers, but it's already expensive. So, but I'm hoping that when the country comes up, there'll be more areas that other tourists will want to go to besides that one place that's popular with surfers, and then that way I can get in the door with my business.
Okay, so that sounds like you have a little bit of a plan there. You always need the good luck wishers.
Yeah.
The blessings.
If you ever go to El Salvador, it's a place called El Tunco. It's very popular. It's got a lot of bars. Very popular with the tourists. And the country is out of the danger zone. The U.S. put them in like a red indication for like because there were so many murders at one point. They put them in a red zone because of the gang activity. But they're out of that zone. So they're because they were in that top 50 most dangerous countries in the world. Now they're out of that list.
Yeah, you gotta pray there. That's always a concern for business. So Winnie is telling me to be careful in Manila. Winnie, I've been there 7 times. I lived in Pasig City for almost 4 months. It's just by some strange fluke that I'm here, and now there's no travel. So it's like we've never heard of this. We don't know what to do. It's out of my control anyway. I can criticize what we're doing in reaction to this pandemic all I want, and it doesn't give me control of the situation. So
yeah, Winnie's is right.
Guys.
It's hard to start a business with the pandemic going on.
Jing Jing, is it Jing Jing or Ging Ging? I think it's Ging Jing. Gene Ginger. Oh, okay. Not sure. Oh, thanks for coming in anyway. If you don't have a jacket, just let me know. You can type in JAY for your Nightbot to drop your link. Yeah, Habib, thanks. Thanks for stopping in and spending a minute with us, J Mike and Shanti Uber. Thank you. Sean, I'm trying to get through the chats and they just keep coming.
Yeah.
I am falling behind. I thought we were all caught up, and then we're not. Okay, now we are, I guess. Okay. I don't know if I missed anybody. If I did, just hit me again. Let me check.
So it seems like there's a pretty good community out there if you need help with YouTube that will even help you for free if you want to help grow your channel. Like for instance, Winnie's was saying that she can help you with your thumbnails and intros and outros. So that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. So looks like, oh, give me one second. I'm giving a blue jacket to Ging Ging or Jin Jing and Bizdak. Hello, Mr. Bizdak. Thanks for stopping in. I know that's been a few minutes, but I don't want to interrupt Mr. Sean. I thought I gave you a jacket. I didn't realize that you still didn't have a jacket.
Is that Durat TV? Welcome, Durat TV.
Yeah, Durant, you have a jacket. You've been here before. I don't know when I gave it to you, but
Oh, Durat TV has a question he wants to ask you, Jay.
yeah, go ahead. Go right ahead. Where's my? I'm losing my windows. I don't have the right cascade of windows going on. Taguig is nice. Yes, that's where I get my extension in Taguig. I just go right to the Taguig Satellite Bureau of Immigrations, and there's no waiting there. You wait, but there's no line. There's no lines in Taguig. I go to Intramuros, and there's so many long lines. It's. I was actually frightened by how long I had to wait. No one was paying attention to me. They don't have that type of service. Hello, Durat TV. I know Sean said hello from me too. We're just winging it here. We're just looking at the chats and talking. And yes, ask a question. Let's see. All right, I'm trying to catch up to the. What's my opinion about third sex? My opinion, I don't have any animosity, but there are two sexes. Sex is created to procreate and have children and enjoy one another that we are attached to. Sex is not made to have with everybody and for a recreation. It's not for that. So sex is for a spiritual connection, soulmate between two people.
What about identification, though, Jay? What do you think about like someone who doesn't want to qualify themselves as a particular sex, like to identify as non-gender?
That's not up to me. That's up to society. Society's, I guess, is making a way, but when we talk about a third sex, then we have other people saying, well, there's actually somebody said there's 57 sexes. I don't know. I don't think that you're any less of a person. I think you are your own person. I don't I actually have some friends that I don't even ask them questions. I think that they they believe in a different sex, but I don't know. I don't I don't stop to ask. I just treat them with some respect. I don't. There's they treat me with respect, and so it's a kind friendship. I don't under. I don't make opinions to them, so it's not really unless they ask me. If somebody says, "What do you think?" That's what I think. I think that. So we have to be careful. I don't think the governments should be creating new like a new sex exists. So we're going to declare that. That's not the government's job.
Well, they have these non-neutral gender bathrooms now, Jay, here in California, where it's kind of like a family room,
Yeah.
and you can feel comfortable, you know, either way.
And they feel more comfortable. So what we're doing is we're making something special for certain people, and the same sort of people have said, well, we want equality. So that by definition, that's not equality. I'm not against it, but I'm just that's my opinion. Is it's not really equality, although it makes people happy. So if it makes people happy and it doesn't cost me anything, I'm not sure if it doesn't cost me anything, but I'm kind of gathering the opinion of the many. I'm trying to show you what everyone's opinion is, but I don't have too much problem with it. It doesn't hurt me, so I just think it's funny.
Hey, Jay. Hey, hi,
That
Patrick.
Now, if they don't want certain people using the ladies' room that feels like a lady, that's different. So maybe something is better for you. That's okay, I guess. Patrick, hi Patrick. I saw some of your live streams. You weren't really chatting because you were busy on stage doing your club music. It was very good. I enjoyed it. I think you are great. Um, you're It's very good. I am very impressed. I did not know how far along you are in your knowledge of music. It's one thing to know music theory. I know a little music theory, but it's another thing to tell you I have a lot of experience because I do not. I only have 10 months experience. Like my first video was raw. I was just trying to play some notes that sounded like a blues song, but I didn't have the feel. It didn't really feel like blues. And excuse me, I got to sneeze. I
Bless you.
didn't have a chance to mute that. Sorry, guys. So it wasn't very good, but I thought, well, this is my first video, and then I did a couple more. It was very simplistic and not much. And then I was going on some live streams and doing a guitar solo, and they asked me if I could play songs, and I don't know the songs, so I'm not really a song player. But it's impressive when people, and it doesn't matter how long you've been playing. Like Patrick, I don't know how long you've been playing, but it sounds like you know some songs, and you do very good. They sound very good to me, in my opinion. I love great music, but I know there's a lot of good music too. And to have a great song means when you hear it 10 years later or 15 years later and you still say, I love that song, that's a great song. There's songs, like there's a song from 2003. I remembered the song, but I never listened to it again. And I heard it in 2016 and I thought, I love that song. That's going to be like, I haven't heard that in like 3 or 4 years. And then I looked it up and it was like 15 years old or 14 years old. And I thought, wow, I didn't realize it was that long, but I said, I love the song. So,
He wanted to know, did you read that comment?
sorry.
How do you cope with them?
I live with my daughter and her son. They have gay couples here quite often. They actually spend the night and sleep over. I have no issue with that. But you asked me if what I think about a third sex, and I said that in my opinion, that's not really the way it's meant to be. But that doesn't mean I dislike you.
Right.
And I know a lot of society thinks, well, either you love me or you hate me. Hate's not the opposite of love. That's the other thing a lot of people think. If you actually don't love something, you will turn away from it and walk away. So that's not violence. Now, violence is something else. I don't feel any violence about it at all. But I think what upsets everybody is the media attention to everything. Like the media will tell you, oh, everybody hates us and it's not fair. We want equality. Well, when you start making laws to tell other people that, well, we want this and we want that, that's not equality. What you really want is for nobody to notice you. That's what you really want, because then it's okay. I think it's just my thought. I don't feel any violence about it though. I think you want to be happy. You have a right to be happy. You deserve to be happy. So the more attention paid to it, the less happy you will be. I think. My thought. If not everyone is paying attention to me, I could be happy, because the more they pay attention to me, the more I have to do something that I don't want to do. So sometimes if everyone's just quiet about it, then that's not a bad thing. So
that's true, Winnies. You got to
yes.
treat everybody equal.
Right. I don't think everyone treats me equal.
No, not everybody's going to treat you
I don't-
equal, but you should put yourself in somebody else's shoes and see how they.
Yeah. The argument about equality, and it's not just gays. It's it's like in America, we're hearing it from the black community. Equality is the oldest argument in the history of Earth, the history of people. It's the oldest argument. So it's been like 3,000 or 4,000 years that we've been arguing about this. So it could go on and on. I don't think I have a problem, but my opinion may be a problem for somebody. Thanks for hanging out, Patrick. I really enjoy your show. Yeah, I don't have a problem. I don't think I'm not against somebody's right to life and happiness. That's for sure. But my opinion on my thoughts may not make everybody happy. I don't know. But I'm not trying to create any animosity. That bird's stealing the show, Sean.
Sorry, Jay.
They are also God's creation. Yeah. No specific argument there. Thanks, God TV. Yep. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, that's what friends do, hang out together. So let's see. Bless you too, Patrick. Thank you. It's hard to chat in your live streams because you're not on the chat. So, but it's fun to watch. Did I miss somebody?
You haven't scrolled all the way down yet.
Yeah, I skipped a couple, so I'm on the wrong. StreamYard's quicker. It speeds by. I just went by everyone's chat, but let's see. I'm trying to get all your chats. I wish I was living in the society where you are, Durat. I love. I don't know if you're in the Philippines. I love the Philippines, and I want to get back there. I want to be there and stay there. I'm wishing to marry a Filipina that I already know. She's waiting for me. You're not going to get away from the argument here. The United States make provisions for people based on who's in charge. So there's always a back and forth. The more publicity, people think, well, if I get more publicity, then I'll get what I want. But that also brings you what you don't want. And I just think, well, if you have less publicity, you'll be okay. But for some reason, people think, well, I'm not okay. So you got to tell yourself that society is okay for me already. So we all have rights. I believe we all have rights. If somebody is now, one of the problems is violence. I don't wish any violence at all. We all want peace. We all want peace and kindness. So yes, I don't have any wishes to commit violence on anybody because they're different than me. That's for sure. We have female couples they stay overnight. Sometimes they stay for 2 nights or 3 because we have a large house. So I'm friendly with them. Actually, there's a picture of us all wearing colored. I don't know if I can find that. I might be able to find it if Sean wants to talk for a minute. I can find it and put it up.
Yeah, I can talk.
I'm wearing these. I think we're all wearing different colored glasses. I don't know if I have the green ones or the orange ones. And we're together.
Hey, Lone Wolf.
And they're a gay couple. And we actually talked. So I don't have that issue. My belief is that there are 2 sexes though. So it's just 2 girls who are close, intimate friends. That's not the biblical couple in the biblical sense. So we have to be careful of our souls and our spirit. So that's all I'm saying. If we don't stay with somebody, we run the risk of sadness through our lives from having too many intimacies in our life, because that stays with us. Intimacy stays with us, Sean. My former loves are still, there's something still there, and but I don't call them and look for dates. It's not like that. But it's still there. That doesn't go away. It never goes away. Rose Lamongo, thanks for coming in. I'm good. We're just talking with Sean. Sean's waiting for me to stop because I want to find that picture. So if Tarat TV, if you're still hanging out, And I know I keep letting the chat stop. So if you're still hanging up, I'm going to show that no matter what. I'm going to show the picture. And it's just two people, two friends that I don't talk to them. They're my daughter's and her husband's friends, but they come by once a year or once every 6 months or so, and they come for holiday dinner. It's like in family parties, birthday parties. They're like family, and I like them. In Kuwait, it's not allowed, because they were there. So there are some things. Religions around the world have some things in common. There are the Dalai Lama says that all the major religions are similar, and there's a reason for that, and you should not fight that. Now, I don't know about the punishment, but because it's God's punishment, it's not for the government to create a punishment. I disagree with that. I don't see if you live in Rome, you got to do as the Romans do. So,
Yeah.
there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that saying. Rome was once in charge of the known world. So in Jesus' time, the Romans are the ones that put him to death. So it was the Roman Empire. They didn't like anybody else being called the king. They did not like that. There was a king who sent messengers to the Romans to say, what should I do about this problem? I can't figure out how to deal with it. They said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to remove you from being king, and we're going to deal with it, and then you will no longer be king. That's how they dealt with things. The Romans didn't care. They were not your friends. We're not your best friend. We're your only friend. So
now, if my son came to me one day and said, "Dad, I'm gay," am I going to love him any less? No.
Well, see, what led to that? When your children grow up the way you teach them to grow up. If you teach them right, then everything will be right. If they're not, if they do something you don't agree with, how did that happen? It's your own fault. So why should I freak out now?
Yeah.
So, oh, honey, but I want you to be happy for your entire life, and I want you to be able to live with God. But it's not for me to judge. It's for God. So you have to decide in the end what you are going to follow. If you have too much promiscuity, that will not be good for you. Younger people think, oh, especially men, and maybe girls too, but men make it known that I've slept with more than you, so I'm king around here. And but too many intimacies cannot be good for you in the long run. It just won't. It's just not. That there's a sad ending for you if there's too many intimacies. God will not give you an idol. So if you idolize your lover, it's not going to be good in the end. It's not going to end well. That's what I believe that. Face and body, most ladies displaying and do such show of beauty to be popular and make them flirty. Well, a woman also wants to feel good about herself too. So, and she deserves to feel good about herself. Thank you, Winnie. Women, we need to fit into society somehow. So that's one. I think that's the side argument. So I think everyone deserves to be happy. I think I already said that. Hi, Undell. Thanks for stopping in. Always good to see you, Undell. We have a shared philosophy in life, I think, at least in a major way. Thank you, Undell. Thank you.
Yeah, I embrace the philosophies both from the West and the East.
You gotta, well, see, there's a philosophy in God, and then there's a philosophy in the devil, and the devil is the father of lies. That's what I believe. So that's why I always say the media is lying to you. So be careful in your complete choices. Just be careful. Think about your own end of life. That's what you need to be thinking of. That.
Yeah, stay positive.
Think of your end of life and society. You need to help to take care of society too, and not cause divisions. I'm not trying to do that. I'm questioning the logic sense in what society's doing, but I have no control over the direction society's going in. So I want to be kind in the end to everyone. Thank you, Indale. Thank you. Good day to you too. Let's see if I can catch up to this and then let Sean take over. Just for a second, Sean, because I just
Yeah.
want to dig through my files. I might be able to find that quickly. It's just a picture of me with the two girls, and they're younger than me, but they're friends of the family. So, Darat, type in JAY to drop your link. Don't put your own link in the end. Nightbot will do that.
Yeah, I just typed in J.
Just type in JAY, and Nightbot will do the work for you. YouTube does not like us to drop our own link. So when I was in a live stream and they said, drop your link, guys, and I put my link in just once, just only once, they don't like it. They'll come after you. They'll erase those connections.
Wait, YouTube doesn't like you dropping your own link?
Yeah, there's a rule against it.
Are you sure it's not the hosts that are
What
saying
happens
that?
is the hosts. What happens is the hosts are making you a moderator, and then, but you're not supposed to drop your own link. But
I heard
the
drop
moderators
other
can drop
people's
links.
links.
Yeah, you can do that. That works. But they don't, because some of us are trying to reach the 1,000 subscribers, and they don't want that to be fake. They don't want you to trade link for link like that. So let's see. StreamYard is moving too fast for me. I keep skipping by some chats, so I'm trying to get everybody in there, guys. From Norway, Undell's from Undell. I think I told you once that I am Norwegian. Also, my father and his family is from Norway.
Norway has some cool ideals with their society.
Yeah, I don't know all of it, but
Anyway, with the schools and how they pay for things in society is really cool.
well, I think anyone that says you must do this, I think they should provide a way for it to be done. If say you got to go to school and you got to go to our schools, our public schools, then they should provide, the books and the supplies to go to school. Sean, where's your link? TV is looking for your link, Sean.
I just typed in J so that he can look up my channel.
Yeah. Oh, you did. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm behind. I'm falling behind. Oh, there's his link right there.
You are so antsy, Sonny. What are you
There's
so
Sean right
antsy?
there. Sean has 419, still growing. Geez, Sean, I thought it took forever to get to 870, and so you'll get there. That's what they keep telling me. You'll get there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Just worry about my content, right?
Yeah, whatever you're doing. I'm trying to do a lot, and it's hard because it's taking all my time, and I don't have time for live streaming. But here I am. So Undell already visited Darat. Let's see, guys, visit Undell. Some people come, they have live to drop their house to get people on their live. Oh, you think that, Winnie, you think that's why everyone's coming to my live? That's okay, because we help each other. There's only one way for me to get to 1K is with the help of friends. And I'm trying to help Sean. It's good. They can block your guests and delete messages. I think moderators are doing that. With the people that have a lot of moderators, I think some of the moderators are doing that, and they're not telling you. I don't know what YouTube's doing. Like there was one chat where it said the Google moderator deleted your chat, and somebody dropped their link, and they were being friendly. And I thought, oh, Google does do that. And then I found out that a famous channel, famous to me anyway, in my neck of the woods, he set up himself to be someone named Google moderator. Google.
Yeah.
He thought he was being funny or clever.
Yeah, he was a troll.
Did you see him? No, I know who it was. He wasn't a troll to that channel, but he was playing the troll.
Yeah, he was playing the troll. Yeah.
He's trying to be a smart guy, and I won't say who it is, but and that was kind of funny. I didn't like it, but in a way, it was funny. In a way, it wasn't nice at all. But he got people thinking, oh, there is a Google moderator at MLB.
Right.
I think
Right.
that wasn't true. So, but you can set your Nightbot to block some types of chats. If you can put keywords in your moderator, and your Nightbot will put those chats on pause. Actually will move them to a box that you can look at. So no, I didn't exactly say that YouTube doesn't want you to have moderators. YouTube lets you have moderators, but it doesn't really like you to drop your own link for the purpose of getting subscribers. That's what I said. So if you do that,
Oh, I get you.
if you do that
I
twice
understand.
within 2 minutes, YouTube will see that as spam and they'll follow those. Whoever follows that link, YouTube will undo those subscribers. That happens every day. It doesn't happen immediately. You'll see more subscribers and then they disappear. You're looking because once they verify you with 1,000, they're not going to re-verify you unless they demonetize you. If they might give you a warning, but they're not. That's why it's so easy to go from 1,000 to 10,000 or 5,000 because they're not stopping that because they don't need to. But if you're getting fake watch hours, they're going after that next. I think they already did that.
Thank you, Undal.
They're going after the people that are buying watch hours. So I don't want that to happen. If someone says I'm going to give you free watch hours, I won't give them any more super chats. I just won't. I don't want to stop supporting certain people, but if it's going to look bad, I don't want YouTube to think that I'm part of that. I just don't. And Sean, I still can't catch up to the chats. That's not a bad thing, Kevin.
Adamas, hi.
Kevin's always trying to catch up to his chats. It doesn't happen. When he does, it's like, good night, bye. So, Sean, it might only take me a minute to find that file. Hold on. I will shut up for a second. Go ahead.
Oh, my battery's running low. I got to plug in my computer. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Yeah, StreamYard takes a lot of power from your computer.
The only thing that takes up a lot of power is when it's using resources. So it's using resources.
Maybe if I turn off my camera, I don't know.
Yeah, turn off some other resources.
It does that on my phone too.
If you have background apps.
No, I don't. I don't have two. I only have two.
Yeah, but it could be doing something in the background. Check your apps might have notifications on them that are working. Your notifications could be the problem.
Let's see.
All right, hold on, guys. I have so many files for photos.
Oh, here it is.
Where are they?
There, now I got power.
Wrong place. These are so small.
Excuse me, Jay. I'll be right back.
Okay, Sean. So I have so many photo files. I might be in the wrong place. I have thousands of photos just for last year alone. So where are they? I'm just trying to find that picture. Even if I'm in the right folder, it could take a while. I could go right by it. Oh, what's up, guys? I'm just going to take a minute to look for that. If it's even here, I might be looking for nothing. I have another live stream on my phone over there, and I was wondering who the heck's voice I was listening to. And it's Jen Vida. It's out of reach. I don't. It's. I'm not going to find it right away. I'm only halfway through this one folder. So bear with me, guys. I forgot their names. I don't even remember their names. I will if somebody tells me their names, I'll remember. And then I'll say, how can I forget? How can I forget? It's been a while. It's been like 6 months since I've seen them. These lockdowns seem like forever, and it is forever. 13 months is a long time, and I'm gonna lose power here, guys. I almost didn't realize that my charger was unplugged. So, okay, let's go here. Hi, Melma. Did I say that right? Melma Data. Hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. Sorry, I was looking through files, but I can do that another time, I guess. Melma, I have to give you a jacket before Nightbot will drop your link. Give me just a moment. I've got it in a separate window and it's hidden. Where is it? Is it still open? Yeah. No. Okay. Oh, why did that move? Okay. It's in slow mode, but you're okay. You have a jacket now, Melma. Thank you. Thanks for being patient. Now you can type in JAY and Nightbot will drop your link. Do that again. Do it one more time, Melma. Thank you. One more, Winnie. Thank you, Winnie. I'll see you later. I don't know how much longer. It's been 2.5 hours. I might stay on for a little bit longer. I'm not sure yet. Melma, go ahead and you good? Okay. You do have a blue jacket now. When you see the blue jacket, you'll be okay. Hi, Rena in London. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming in. We've been here for a little while now. Thank you. Every little friend helps right now, Rena. I'm around 870 almost, I think. I was 870 last night, but it went down. It goes up and down. I'm one of those guys that is going up and down. I don't know about 9 hours, Winnie. My longest was almost 5 hours. It was like 4 hours and 53 minutes. That was too much. It was fun, but then I felt tired afterward because I wasn't moving. I didn't eat. I didn't move. I ran out of coffee. What's going on? Let's see who this is.
That's me. I'm Shrek.
Shrek, what happened to Sunny? You changed avatars?
Well, my computer doesn't have Sunny on it, so I had to
I
choose
thought
a
you had
picture.
Sunny. You didn't. Last time I saw you, you had
Well,
Sunny.
yeah, last time I was on my phone though, and my phone had pictures of Sunny, but my computer doesn't have pictures of Sunny for some reason.
You gotta do a live picture. Gene Tanel is in the house. Hi, Gene. Thanks for coming in. It's been a good morning now. I'm starting to see people that I am more familiar with. It's good to see friends. It's good to see new friends too. I know my let me try something here. I gotta do this. I gotta put it back in. So whenever I add the tab, it always takes a minute. So I know I said talking about your chats. That's the walk-ins welcome, actually. Walk-ins are welcome. That means that we're not already friends. But I don't know who would see that if you're not already connected. But anyway, it does happen. So I guess it's possible. And thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up are always good. Getting close to my record, but not quite there yet. Although I don't think I'm gonna stay here for 5 hours. They say it's good to stay long, but not sure yet.
I've done 4.5 or 4 hours and 45 minutes. That's my
Yeah.
longest one.
Yeah, I went 4:53, and I thought, well, it's just about 5 hours, guys. And I was hungry, and I was.
Exactly.
It's draining. It's draining mentally because then you forget what you talked about.
Yeah.
And you're never gonna watch all of that. I like to review parts of them sometimes, especially if I like when I'm doing the guitar. I want to see how it sounded, not how well I played, but what the audio was like, because I don't have the mix. I don't have the mixers in place. I must have food at my side. I know I had 2 fortune cookies, but that's not really mukbang. Oh, you know what? Okay, guys, you're in on it. You're in on it. Yeah, this is a little mini, like a baby orange, or what do they call them? They call them little cuties or something. I don't know, mandarins or something like that. So I'm going to have one. Trying to keep up with that chat on the StreamYard is like, I need to be able to put the brakes on that. Chats are welcome. We love chats here on JMic channel, but the scroller goes too fast. When I move, it just runs. It goes to the end. Oh, I guess that's because I'm caught up. I'm caught up.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Yeah, and you know what? I had a little bit the other a couple of times, like some dried fruit, but then I'm talking with food in my mouth. But if that's okay with you guys, then here it goes.
Yeah, I think actually people like that. They like to see people eat.
I haven't really had a meal today. I had like one little bite to eat, one little piece of sliced turkey I got. I think that was it. That was like 4 hours ago. There's Sonny. Hey, Sonny boy.
Say hi to Jay.
I don't have any crackers.
He's looking for. He wants you to give him some of that orange.
I ate all my crackers. So on the last live stream, I finished my crackers. But I bet you he likes this.
Oh yeah.
Here you go, son boy.
There you go. Eat some of that. There you go.
He's trying to get it. Looks like he's seeing it.
There you go. He wants some of what you're having.
He likes orange, huh?
There you go. Get some orange. Get some orange.
There you go.
He's like, okay, that's not real. What, you want to go to your cage?
I didn't taste a thing. I don't smell anything.
He's gonna go get some bird seed.
I don't smell anything. See, that's the thing with dogs. You can't do this with a dog on stream. They won't smell it. So, guys, in my fortune cookie today, it said questions provide the key to unlocking our unlimited potential. So on all these news opinions, I ask questions. I'm questioning the opinion. I'm not questioning the facts. I'm questioning the opinion. Because in every murder case, there's 2 lawyers arguing one fact, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you need 2 to make a case. You need 2 facts to make a case in a murder case, I think.
Well, motive.
Well, you have
and murder weapon.
You have to prove that the person was there at the right time. So we know.
Oh, you need.
If the police say we know that the victim died around between 2 and 4 p.m. or 2 and 4 a.m. We know that. So they have to prove that you were there between 2 and 4 p.m. or a.m.
Motive and alibi.
So.
Motive and alibi.
Alibi means that you can prove you weren't there. So
right.
Say we know you were there.
If you don't have an alibi, you're screwed.
The autopsy said that the medical examiner said this person died between 2 and 4. We know you were near there between 2 and 4. That's one fact. Well, that's 2 facts, but your whereabouts is one fact, because we know that the person died at this time, and we know your whereabouts is a fact that you were there too. Now, can you prove that otherwise?
That's why having your cell phone on you at all times is
So
important.
your alibi. There's millions of there's so many ways the government can track you now. If you use your credit card at a certain time, they see what merchants don't always charge the card at the right time. But if you do like an electronic transaction, they can find out what time that was.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing it online, now if they say, oh no, there was a card reader at a specific place and time, then that's locked in. So that proves your card was there. Now you didn't prove your card stolen. You didn't claim that your card was stolen. Do you have an alibi? So, and then the motive, yes, there would be motive, but motive is a gray area.
Mm.
And then opportunity is the other one.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So did I get that right? I don't claim to be a lawyer or anything, but especially a murder trial lawyer. So who's in the house? We got
Hey, Andrew.
out until further notice. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
People call him Monkey because he likes that monkey game.
So I don't know. You know what? Fill me in on that, because I'm not in all the live streams all the time.
So when he does a live, he likes to play video games while he's chatting with people, and one of his games is two-dimensional game. I forget what the game is called, but it's about a monkey going through dangerous areas and getting shocked and trying to avoid danger and stuff. What's it called, Andrew? What's your monkey game called? I'm not familiar with it. I don't play it myself. I'm not much of a gamer. My kids play games. You know a game I like to play, Jay? I like to play Madden. You ever played Madden?
No, but I've heard all about it.
Yeah.
That's football.
Yeah, football.
I used to play the on the Sega Genesis machine back in the 90s. I used to play, or the early 2000s. I used to play Sunday Night Football with Chris Berman.
Oh, okay.
So back then the top teams were the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys, and I don't remember the other top teams.
They were the Super Bowl contenders.
But I learned that if you run the football as the Buffalo Bills, you will win.
Yeah, you had all the top
They
stats.
should have run the football. It's like when Seattle lost the Super Bowl. You should have run the football. You know what Pete Carroll said?
What?
They were in a run defense. It was a no-brainer. That receiver that didn't catch the ball because it was intercepted.
Yeah.
That receiver turned out he's still on the team. It's Lockhart.
Yeah, Lockett.
He is their top receiver now.
Yeah.
But the ball didn't get to him because Butler stepped in front of him.
Yeah.
So that was actually a good play. And there's no guarantee that they run that in. When you run it in from when you run it from the 4 and from the 5 and get to the 1, right? That looked easy, right? But it's not so easy when you're running it in from the 1.
Yeah, because there's a short distance there.
They weren't playing the run from the 5. They were playing the run from the 1. And it's like 50-50. It's not 100% guaranteed that if you run it from the 1, you're getting in.
They can stack the box with all the defenders. Yeah.
Especially playoff history proves that you can't run it in from the 1 on one play.
Oh, it's called the Survivalist. Thank you, Andrew. I'm going to look that up.
I have no idea what that is. Yeah, I'm not a gamer.
It's a PC. I think it's a PC game.
Oh, really? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm doing too much with my time. I still play Brainium Solitaire on my phone. Yeah, but I don't really do that all the time. I do that like to put myself to sleep, but I don't. I have too much time with language and guitar that I need to spend. So
Oh, it's called
why,
Survivalist Monkey Feature.
that's why I don't do that. Who wants to say Kevin? Kevin, you still hanging out? Thanks, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. I know we still got a few people here. It's unexpected because I just don't know what's going to happen with my channel yet. Even though I've been doing this almost a month, Sean, I'm just not sure from one day to the next what I'm going to get. So,
Do you talk a lot about sports at all, Jay? Or not really?
I have a different perspective on sports. I had my live stream, Philippines on Demand came in with both of his accounts, and he was my top chatter for the day. We had a nice chat. I was talking and he was typing. He said he was too tired to come up on and then he ended up staying to chat. So we had an interesting talk about sports. I kind of look at the philosophy of how people react to sports, and I had like half of my live stream was about that. So like right now, I get my Patriots shirt on. People say, "Oh, the Patriots suck." Guess what? They're the worst team in the NFL, except for all the others.
What do you mean by that?
The New England Patriots are the worst team in the NFL.
How can they be the worst team? They have the most Super Bowls.
Except for all the others. But even money, the Patriots get to the NFC title game this year. Even money.
Oh, really?
That's not what Vegas is saying. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not crazy either. I don't really want. I don't want to make a huge bet. But I'm just kind of throwing it out there. Because people say, "Oh no, that's never going to happen." Oh yeah, want to bet?
Do you know who my team is, Jay?
Your team. You told me once. It's not the Seahawks. It's the
Well, where do I live?
Somebody else. Your team is. Don't tell me it's either the Raiders or the 49ers.
The 49ers. Yeah, 49ers. Yeah.
You have a shot. I remember when they lost to the Ravens in the Super Bowl. The Ravens, right at the end of the fourth quarter, the Ravens, John Harbaugh. I didn't think he was as quick thinking as Bill Belichick, but he's a smart guy.
Absolutely.
They had the ball with a little time left. San Francisco had a chance to get the ball back, force Baltimore to punt and get the ball back and have a prayer to win the Super Bowl. But Baltimore kept getting holding penalties in half the distance to the goal. They were like backed up almost to their own goal line, and every penalty was half the distance. But now they run their 1-inch line, and the penalty is half the distance. It's like, oh, how much farther back can they go? You can't get a safety on a penalty,
right?
But you can run out the clock. And
they ended up getting a safety on that.
Right, because they had a 4-point lead.
They ran out the clock trying to punt the ball, basically.
Yeah. So they won the Super Bowl. So if we do this and we win the Super Bowl, that's what we're going to do. And that was brilliant. They won the
San Francisco did have a chance, though. They did punt the ball. Eventually, they did punt the ball back to the San Francisco 49ers, but the San Francisco 49ers couldn't run it back for a touchdown.
Right. So that was the strategy. So it worked. That happened in the 0-3 game between Carolina and New England, when Adam Vinatieri kicked the go-ahead field goal. And late in the fourth quarter, it was 4 seconds left, and New England had to kick off. And my wife is like, "What just happened?" And I said, "Oh, what's going to happen?" And I said, "All New England has to do is kick it inbounds and make a tackle. This game is about blocking and tackling." The Giants beat the Patriots because of blocking and tackling. The difference was the block and a tackle.
And the ball on top of the helmet.
Well, that was before that. That didn't end the game, though.
No, you're right. You're right.
The game ended up blocking and tackling was like one block and one tackle was the difference.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, Randy Moss caught a touchdown with under 2 minutes, and it wasn't enough. So when I
What you
said,
want,
"Oh,
Sonny?
he didn't do anything,"
It's okay. You're okay.
so the thing I like to talk about is how people react. And there's so much drama. Like when people hate Belichick, the reporters hate Belichick because he won't answer a question that's non-football related. Like, and it's usually about personalities.
Ron to Cincinnati.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that's the famous one. I remember that. But after that, they were talking about. I think it was the year that Denver ended up winning. No, Seattle ended up beating Denver. But earlier in that season, they were saying, why don't you do this and that, and why doesn't this running back get 100 yards, and why doesn't Tom Brady throw for 6,000 yards instead of 5,000? Because you could do it if you wanted to. And he's like, look, we're not playing fantasy football here. I'm trying to do what's best. That's all it is. That is because that's all they understand. And then you have all these guys on the talk shows talking about how you would think that they should run the team and that they should fire the guy.
Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting that you said that, though? This is not fantasy football. But what did the Patriots do? They let Tom Brady go to Tampa Bay, and who won the Super Bowl?
Let's back up. Let's back that up. Let's back up 1 year. We're going to back up 1 year
Okay.
when New England lost to Tennessee in the opening one and done. Right? You know what the narrative was around here? That everyone pretends that it wasn't a narrative. They completely forgot that it was time to get rid of Tom Brady.
Yeah, because he was too old.
He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. And you just saw he can't do it, right? He goes to a team that's loaded. They do it. And it's like, okay, Tom Brady won the Super Bowl. Well, don't you think there were like 22 other guys on Tampa or who won the Super Bowl? They stifled the Chiefs. And Tom Brady didn't make a tackle. Blocking and tackling won that football game.
That's true. Yeah.
And 3 guys that the Patriots got rid of.
Gronk. Yeah.
TB, right?
Yeah.
Not TB. AB. Antonio Brown.
Oh, Antonio Brown. Yeah.
But they got rid of him because they thought the league didn't like him.
He had all kinds of.
He was suspended, and he kept doing things that would get him resuspended. So
yeah.
Boston. The reason they let him go is because Boston doesn't like that. So the politics of Boston is like goody two shoes. They don't like people that are accused of pushing and shoving a girl.
Yeah.
But so you can't survive in Boston. Boston will destroy you if you go against the correctness.
True.
Even if it's just a perception, they won't let you survive.
Yeah.
And he's got a bad reputation. So they don't like people with bad reputation. Oh, we need a quarterback who can throw, but they don't want to draft a pocket quarterback. They want one of the guys that can run.
How did they let Tom Brady go but not have a backup plan? That's my problem.
Well, there was nobody there.
Yeah, why didn't they get somebody and then let him go?
Tom Brady's career kept extending, and so they thought, okay, we got to make a choice here. We have Jimmy Garoppolo, but Tom Brady's still winning. So we're going to make a choice here. We're not going to get rid of Tom Brady. It's another Super Bowl, but now Jimmy Garoppolo's not there. So that's,
now Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't win one with the 49ers.
Yeah, but he's still a young quarterback. And everyone thinks, well, he's no good because they couldn't win. But you know what? Let's go back to the fact that San Francisco had a late lead in that game. Why did they lose? Jimmy Garoppolo didn't allow the run. San Francisco defense allowed the run.
Okay.
And they allowed Patrick Mahomes to run around the pocket. He doesn't run for yards. He runs to get free to throw. So they allowed that.
Yeah, they didn't have good enough corners.
They ran out of gas on defense.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
their front line, their defensive line was getting at it, but then their corners couldn't handle the receivers.
They couldn't nail it shut. That's a sign of stamina. A friend of mine said, "Well, everyone has stamina." Yeah, but not everyone has the same stamina. Sometimes you need it from your middle linebacker. Sometimes you need it from your left defensive tackle, or whoever's in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's where you need your stamina, and it didn't happen. Whatever complicated problem they had it, and it's astonishing that people think, oh, well, they didn't win with Jimmy Garoppolo, so therefore they need to get rid of him because he's never going to win a Super Bowl. Really? That's what they said about John Elway.
Yeah.
John Elway didn't win the Super Bowl until his final 2 years.
Correct, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then he won 2, and then he retired and says, I'm out on top. It's time to go. It's been a great ride. Same thing with he was useless in the end, but they won a Super Bowl, so now he's a champion. I mean, a 2-time champion. So now he's worth the.
Yeah, he won one with the Colts and one with Denver, right?
So now he's worth the advertisement because they had a great enough defense to win. He had a broken arm. I mean, it wasn't a broken bone, but it was like useless. He couldn't throw, and they won because nobody could score against them. All they needed was like 2 field goals.
Tom Brady and Peyton Manning were the only 2 quarterbacks to go to 2 different teams and win Super Bowls, right?
Right. I think that's right. Because Brett Favre didn't do it, and Joe Montana didn't do it. Joe Montana went to Kansas City, but they didn't win a Super Bowl. They made the playoffs. Joe Namath didn't do it. Let's get on the list. It's hard to get on the list. There's so many names. And you birds killing my concentration.
Oh, sorry. Come here.
I'm not going to Google it. I can't talk and Google. I can't walk and chew gum, so I'm not going to Google it to figure that out. So now he's in the show. Now that makes it all better.
Oh, Sonny. Okay.
So, are we missing anybody? Oh, yeah. So, sorry, guys, for...
Okay, Sonny's happy. He's going to his nest.
As long as we can hear you talking, that's fine. Did I go backwards? I think I went backwards. Rachel, new channel is here. I don't know if I'm connected with you. I know I was connected with your old channel. I don't know if I'm connected with your new channel. So let's see if you have a jacket.
Yes, she does.
Type in JAY if you're still here. That's how I know if the people in the house are listening. So type in JAY because I want to make sure that I'm connected with you. It's hard to figure that out. So or not, whatever floats your boat. So yeah, we can talk about guys who win. He was in the right place at the right time. Talking about Tom Brady when he was in New England. Oh, he can't do it anymore. But it's funny that in the loss to Tennessee, right? He looked like he was ready to win. It just for whatever reason didn't happen. So Tennessee.
We had no one to throw to, right?
Well, that's what they say. We had Antonio Brown that year. They got rid of him. They had Gronk. They got rid of him. Actually, he decided not to play. So he was already gone. Through no fault of the Patriots. Then they let him go because he asked to be let go so he could play for Tampa. They still had his rights, and they let him go for a draft. I think they got a draft pick out of that. So if they get lucky on that draft pick, it will be said that they traded the semi-retired Rob Gronkowski for this guy. So it's just a technicality. Who knows? I mean, 4th rounders and 5th rounders and 6th rounders, they can turn out to be a contributor to a winning team. It's not all about one. Yeah, I mean, you need a successful quarterback, but it's not make or break because San Francisco couldn't stop Patrick Mahomes in the 4th quarter. Doesn't mean Jimmy Garoppolo can't win the Super Bowl. If Jimmy
true.
G was the quarterback of Tampa, maybe with a little more experience, he could have won the Super Bowl. Maybe not with his experience right now.
Well, San Francisco can run into the same problem with the Patriots. If Jimmy G wins the Super Bowl this coming year, and they draft a quarterback, a young quarterback who's supposedly going to be the next Patrick Mahomes, it's the same situation the Patriots were in with Tom Brady and Jimmy Garoppolo. Are we going to keep, you know?
Isn't it funny how Patrick Mahomes was not a top pick?
Yeah, that is funny. He was like a sixth rounder.
Everyone thinks Trevor Lawrence is going to win the Super Bowl within 2 years, right? And that he's a can't miss. But they say that about a lot of guys. They said that about
Joe Burrow is a good quarterback on Cincinnati, but they don't look like they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Jameis Winston is now a backup quarterback. But Nick Foles came back. He was almost ready to retire. And now he goes to Philadelphia and they win. And it was great.
Yeah.
So, but they were in position to win. You can't go to a rebuilding team and win just because you're a good quarterback. It doesn't work that way. So people think, oh, the Patriots didn't win because they didn't keep Tom Brady and they had Cam Newton. After week 3, it was like Cam Newton's the real deal. We have a great team because Cam Newton is. We didn't know he was this good, and then a few weeks later, oh, he stinks.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wait a minute.
Well, it's just Kaepernick, right? The Kaepernick looked like they couldn't. He couldn't do any wrong, but then they figured him out. The defense said, "Oh, yeah, he can't throw a certain way, so we'll just." Yeah.
You know what Bill Parcells says about guys that get cut? The bus station's full of guys who can run and throw.
Mm-hmm.
We hear all this stuff about emotion. Like, okay, I don't want to get too much into it. Maybe I shouldn't even go there, but we think it's racism that he's out of the league. Well, you've got to remember when in 2016 they were 2-14 the previous year. He was told he wasn't going to start, and he sat on the bench for the national anthem. He didn't take the knee. It had nothing to do with the knee. I thought he did it because he thought he should have been the starter, not because he was protesting police brutality. So that's my politics. I just think he decided, well, I'll just put politics into it, and then that'll make it better. And then, okay, what do I have to do? Okay, I'll take a knee. And I think that was, he just went back and changed the story, is what I think. And then everybody said, oh, yeah, he's a hero. And then he's unfairly off the team. He was already benched before that happened. Why? Because they were 2-14. Now, he was benched before they finished 2-14, but they still benched him. And they said, well, you didn't win your job back. You didn't convince us that you're the starting quarterback. So what's wrong there? It had nothing to do with politics. But then all of a sudden it's politics. So, and then no one's arguing. So that's how I see it. So whether you agree with my politics or not. Hi, Martinez Journey. Thanks for popping in. It's me and Sean.
Hi, Martinez Journey.
So we're just talking about how other people see sports. We're not really talking about who's winning and losing and stuff like that. Or how good somebody is at his position. We're talking about the perception of it. So I just think, you know what? Bill Parcells said it years prior that the bus station is full of guys who can run and throw. There was a top draft pick, Russell, big, tall, 6'5" guy. He was a quarterback, Jamarcus Russell. The top pick. He was the old. Back in the day, he was Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, didn't he win the national championship in college?
That was Young. I forgot Young's first name. The left.
No, but LSU. He was on LSU, and they won the championship. That was another year.
He came up as the real deal. He got picked first by the Raiders, and then he didn't do anything. So, and then they cut him. I can't remember how long it took them to cut him. They benched him and then they cut him.
I think it only took a year.
That's even worse because a rookie should last 4 years.
hmm
The rookie contract is 4 years.
No,
So
he got fat and lazy and didn't take practice very seriously.
so he wasn't serious. So and that's your neck of the woods. So you probably heard more stories than I did, but yeah, he didn't work out, and he was the Trevor Lawrence in that year. So and that wasn't all that long ago. It was a few years ago, but not all the champions are the top pick. Drew Bledsoe was the top pick over Rick Mira, whom nobody remembers. So that wasn't the mistake. There was Bledsoe was an okay, serviceable quarterback, but then he got a shoulder injury. Tom Brady came in, and then they said that he lost his job to injury. No, he lost his job because the sample size of what Brady was doing was better than the large sample size we saw from Drew Bledsoe. Brady was an instant winner. Like Bledsoe was struggling with the team he had already known, and then Brady came right in and found success with the team he was just getting acquainted with. That's the formula for success right there.
Yeah, Tom Brady had that it factor.
Well, everyone said he wasn't that good because he physically didn't, like in you know the the 40-yard dash and the jumping, the high jump, and all those measurements that they do for athletes. He wasn't very athletic. He wasn't fast or agile or anything. But the it factor is brains, folks. In case you're wondering what Sean's talking about.
The willing to win.
The brains. Yeah, he had the right. But you got to be willing to go through what it takes to learn. And he had the right coach. And people now, the argument is, oh, who's more important, Belichick or Brady? Really? He wasn't going to get where he ended up without Bill Belichick. That was never going to happen. But yet, if you listen to these talk show hosts on the radio, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear it. I won't call them because they don't want to hear it. They'll only talk to people that agree with the fact that they think they know how to get 6 championships, not Bill Belichick. That if they were running the Patriots, there would be 7 more titles. It's ridiculous.
And Belichick was a disciple of Bill Parcells, correct?
Parcells, he was the assistant coach, the defensive coordinator for the Giants. Yeah, I remember. There's a clip that they showed. I think it was on the NFL Network. Showed it on the 100th anniversary. They showed a clip of Sean Payton and Bill Belichick. Payton was the offensive coordinator, and Bill Belichick was the defensive coordinator. They were both young guys. They didn't have any gray hair, and Parcells was yelling at them on the sidelines. And it was a big game. I don't know if it was a title game or the Super Bowl. And Parcells said, remind them to do this and think of that. And Bill Belichick looks up and he goes, we covered it, Bill. Like he was afraid. At first, he looked at him like he's going to punch me in the face. He's like, we got it covered. We covered it. He didn't want to say too much.
I'm sorry, Jade. Sonny's out of control. He sees the kids playing, so.
Guys, oh, wait a minute. I just want to say hi to Richelle. I said hi to Richelle, I think, but they make a love shout out, Richelle. Guys, connect with Sean T. Uber. Sean has got a great channel. He's a great live streamer. He's on a lot of the live streams. Martinez Journey, thank you for coming in. Sean's got to go, and I'm gonna call it a day too because we're over 3 hours. I don't know how long I'm gonna go. I thought maybe only an hour, but it was fun, so we went longer. That's what I do. If it's fun, I'll go longer. If not,
yeah, this has been really fun. Thank you, Jay, for having me.
See you next time. Yeah, I like it just to read the chats and then just talk, and whatever we talk about, that's the deal. So, and I like that. So
yeah,
I'm not sure if I'm coming on tomorrow. It'll either be tomorrow or the next day, but maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
Times.
Okay. See you next time, Sean. Thanks for stopping in. All
Yeah.
right, guys. Time to go. Thanks for coming in to see me, Jay Mike.